Let's go Falcons! Hey yo, batter up, let the bout begin. Solano Falcons, bout to show you how you win. Cause this is our year, man forget the past. We taking over right now with our pitching staff. Yo, it's game time, so let the games begin. Solano on the field and we gain in a win. Hey yo, it's game time, don't you hear the people chant? Cause this is our house, make way for the champions. Game time.
Welcome everybody, Chris Zabaglia along with Saul Balazzi and Stephen Babb here on the Solano College Sports Network, where your Falcons will take on the visiting Napa Valley Storm here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Falcons took the first one of this three-game set at Napa 15-4, led by Teddy Natter's pitching performance and Jared Denning's big day of two home runs and 7 RBIs. The Falcons winning 6 of the past 7 games, and everything seems to be clicking on all cylinders. So,
oh yeah, definitely. And on the mound for the Falcons, we have John Yancey. He's coming in with a 4.68 ERA. However, in his past 4 starts, he's 4-0 with the 3.95 ERA, so a little bit better than the 4.68. And then speaking on the offense, they beat Napa on April 3rd, 15-4. And like you said, Jared Denning had 2 bombs that day, so I expect both pitching and offense to explode today.
Yeah, we'll see if both sides of the ball can go ahead and keep things going. Now, Steven, Napa's struggling coming into this game 1-6 in conference play. What do the Storm need to do in order to quiet down the Falcons?
Well, the Storm are definitely looking for a bounce-back game after the one they had on Tuesday, and they're looking to Felipe Gonzalez, their starting pitcher today, to help them get off to a good start. Now, Felipe in 7 starts and 9 appearances does have a 2-4 record with a 6.44 ERA. However, he has pitched a complete game and the only arm on the Storm to do so. So that tells me he's got good stuff, and the Storm are looking for him to get in a groove early and help this team get off to a faster start than they did on Tuesday. Yeah,
we'll see if Gonzalez and the pitching staff can go ahead and keep the Falcons cool. And so, do you have the lineup for the visiting Storm?
I sure do. Hitting leadoff, playing center field, we have Aaron Reardon. Playing right field, hitting second, Joey Cassis. Hitting third, playing first base, Justin Banks. Cleanup hitter, catching today, Josh Abraham. Hitting fifth, playing shortstop, Sam Dinerman. Hitting sixth, playing second base, Andrew Shaw. Hitting seventh, playing right field, Brooks Green. Hitting eighth, playing third base tonight, Trent Davis. And hitting ninth, we have Tyler Whitehead DHing today. And on the mound, like Steven said, is Felipe Gonzalez.
Thank you, Soad. And now the lineup for your Solano Falcons.
Aaron Corral, shortstop, Capistrano Valley Christian.
Roberto Diaz, second base, Jesse Betta High School.
Nathan Gutierrez, first base, the American Canyon High School.
Jared Denning, catcher, American Canyon High School.
Kyle Krebs, right field, Carson High School.
Connor Caparelli, left field, Dixon High School.
Justin Brown, DH, St. Joseph Notre Dame High School.
Nick Dodson, third base, Justin Siena High School.
Isaiah Verrett, center field, Armio High School.
John Yancey, pitcher, Lincoln High School.
Number 12.
Welcome
Aaron
back.
Reardon.
As you see, John Yancey up there on the mound just finished up his warm-up pitches. See the freshman, 6 foot, 200 out of Lincoln High School. Yancey is ready. Reardon is ready. First pitch. In there for a strike.
So Reardon for the Storm actually has one of the better averages on the team at the plate. He's hitting .356 coming into this game. Nice number of doubles, 1 home run. So a great leadoff hitter for the Storm stepping into the box.
Yeah, also coming along with 11 stolen bags on the season. So definitely a stolen base threat if he does, in fact, get on. But down 0-2 quickly. See if Yancey can go ahead and finish him off. Fastball outside. Most likely a setup pitch here.
Yeah, and I definitely want to emphasize the fact that John Yancey is a freshman. So, like it's mentioned earlier, he's 4-0 in his last 4 starts with a 3.95 ERA. So that's pretty good, especially for a freshman.
Definitely being so. And nice diving stop by Gutierrez. Let's see if he can finish the play. Stepping on back from Yancey. He's out of there. Nice play.
Yeah, great play by Gutierrez there to really sell out on that and get the glove on the ball. I thought that was in the gap for sure.
Next up to bat, number 26,
nice.
Joey
See there on
Cassis.
the replay, laid out. And nice job from Yancey, able to keep his lane. And nice way to finish off that play.
Yeah, great route to first by Yancey.
So that'll bring up Cassis. Takes a first pitch strike.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we had a right-handed first baseman that maybe they would have got if he would have got the glove on it like Gutierrez did, because he has the advantage of being left-handed and just sticking the glove out.
Yeah, ground ball right back. Oh, excuse me. Chopper to Corral, and Cassis easily beats that one out for an infield base hit.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to put some glove on it, but it just went right on top of him.
To bat, number 30.
Thought that might have been
Justin
a play for
Banks.
Yancey, but just got out of the reach over the glove of him.
Look like Cassis is setting the table nicely for Justin Banks, who's stepping into the box hitting .364, which is the best average for the Storm this season.
First pitch to Banks is a foul back into the netting. Cassis 9 stolen bags on the year, so a threat over there at first. Yancey might want to pay attention to him. Yancey sets conservatively over there at first from Cassis. The pitch outside, 1-1.
It looks like Yancey's starting off with some good stuff and really working the corners here. That pitch, I don't think, missed by too much.
They're really keeping it close to the zone, but close enough to where the hitters might think it's a strike. That's driven out into the gap in left field. That's going to fall down for a base hit. Rounding second, heading to third, and getting the wave home is Cassis. Here's the relay cut off by Corral, and that puts the Storm on the board first from an RBI double from Justin Banks.
Now you see why Banks leads the team in average. That took a one hop to the fence. I don't think the Falcons had any chance at getting Joey Cassis at home. He is quick around those bags.
Yeah, he has 9 stolen bases, so he definitely is fast. And that was just a great piece of hitting from Justin Banks. It was a laser right off the bat, which split Caparelli and Verrett out in left and center.
Took advantage of that fastball, and that brings up Josh Abraham getting the start behind the dish today. Look out from Yancey. Fastball out of the zone.
Abraham's hitting .245 for the Storm. However, he is second in RBIs on the team with 18. So let's see if he can get Banks in for the Storm.
Well, that's a really good 3-4 combo right there for you. Justin Banks now at Josh Abraham.
That one misses out 2-0 now.
I gotta say, I do like Abraham's number 22. However, these A's throwback uniforms are cool, but being a Giants fan, they're maybe not that cool.
Oh, I loved it when I first came to the field and I saw that they were wearing the funky socks, and then they took off their warm-up jersey or jackets, and I saw that uniform. It was amazing.
Yeah, I can't front. I do like the throwback.
That fastball finally finds the zone, brings it to 2-1 now. Yeah, I'm surprised. So with you being a Giants fan, I mean, the mustard yellow.
Oh my
digging
God,
those?
I love it. I'm a Giants fan, but I'm also an A's fan. Like I'll root for
Bay
both.
Area?
Yeah, I'm a Bay Area
Okay.
fan. If it's not the Dodgers or Yankees, I don't really care.
The 2-1 curveball in there. Nice pitch from Yancey. Evens it up at 2 now.
Yeah, great job for him to work it back his way. Starting off 2-0, now it's 2-2. Only one away here in the first inning.
Nice job in pitching backwards right here to Abraham. Don't think he expected a 2-1 curveball. Here's the 2-2. The pitch. Another curveball driven into center field. But right there is Verrett. Makes the play. 2 down.
Yeah, a great play there by Isaiah Verrett. It being a little overcast out here today at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Didn't quite have the sun to deal with like he normally would on an afternoon game here.
Dinerman.
So 2 down now, and that'll bring up Sam Dinerman, shortstop for the Storm.
So Dinerman's hitting .294 for the Storm and has 7 RBIs, so I'm sure they're looking to him as the last hope here in the top half of the first.
Move over to second, but no throw from Yancey as Banks gets his Jersey dirty.
I definitely don't think he's a stolen base attempt kind of guy. He only has 2 on the season so far. He's more of a power hitter.
I'm going to blame the wet infield for that belly flop slide.
Yeah, we saw Roberto Diaz water it down before the game. It's always good to get your jersey dirty, though. It means you're doing something.
If it ain't dirty, you're not doing anything right.
Exactly. I'm going to make a T-shirt out of that because that's just the facts.
If it ain't dirty, it ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Did you even play? It's a real question.
Yeah. My mom uses Tide.
Look out from Yancey. The pitch, fastball right down the middle in there. 1-1.
Yeah, it looks like Yancey's getting off to a good start here. Even though the Storm have taken a early 1-0 lead, his pitches are looking pretty tight from back here.
Yeah, really relying on that fastball to start off these hitters. And Banks was smart enough to jump on one of those and drive that out into the gap. 2-1. Donovan steps out, rethinking this one. Let's see if Yancey throws that 2-1 curveball here again. Keep Donovan maybe off balance out on his front foot. Here it is. Fastball. Ground ball to Corral. Boots it as that hits off the heel of his glove. So that'll be an E6. Keeps the inning alive, and that'll hand it over to Andrew Shaw now.
Yeah, what should have been a routine ground ball for Aaron Corral, like you said, just boots it, hit right on the top of his heel and just went up his shoulder, but thankfully didn't go far enough where Banks could have scored.
Yeah, at least it wasn't under his glove to where it could have trickled into the outfield and scored Banks. So Shaw is now up 250 on the season, going along with a few RBIs and 5. See if he can drive in Banks, make it a 2-0 game. First pitch to him is in there for a strike.
I think right now there's 2 outs. Napa did score 1, so it is already 1-0. What Yancey has to do right now is just focus on Shaw and not worry about Banks at third. And just, like I said, just focus on the hitter and not try to do too much.
Yancey gets a sign from Denning. Here's the 0-1. Curveball. Weakly hit. Third base side. Nice barehand from Yancey. And a step off from the back of Gutierrez. Keeps the inning alive. That'll bring in a run, make it 2-0 Storm.
Yeah, I almost wonder if it would have been better for Yancey to let Dodson pick up that, since his momentum was heading towards first rather than trying to spin and back foot throw.
As you see here on the replay, nice pitch. Able to catch Shaw reaching. A nice barehand too, but just I don't know if Gutierrez thought that he didn't have enough time to make it back to the bag and caught it that way. But nonetheless, that'll bring home a run and keep the inning once again alive for the Storm, as Brooks Green is now up, takes a first pitch in there.
Yeah, I feel like even if Yancey had let that go and had maybe Dodson got the ball, I feel like it would have been a tough play regardless. And it was just a great barehanded play by Yancey. It looked like he hesitated at first, but then saw where the ball was going to end up and just stuck his hand out. So it was a great effort by him.
Here's the 0-1 curveball. Weakly hit in front of the mound. Fields it again is Yancey. Nice throw over there to Gutierrez to finally end the inning. So the Storm jump on the board first. Shoot up Yancey for 2 runs as we head to the bottom half. Corral, Diaz, and Gutierrez.
Aaron Corral, thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, this is Roberto Diaz, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gutierrez. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Corral.
Welcome back. As you see there, Felipe Gonzalez just finished up his warm-up pitches. Aaron Corral is now in the box for your Falcons. We'll go ahead and lead it off.
Yeah, watching Gonzalez warm up here, I like his pitching delivery. It's a nice kind of high leg kick, overhand delivery. It looks like he keeps the balls pretty down low in the zone with some pretty good movement, moving away from right-handed hitters and probably down and into lefties.
Yeah, and Corral stepping up to the plate. He's hitting 286 with 13 RBIs, and his on base is 427. So he's been going up the lineup. Been doing pretty good of late.
They're starting to heat things up as he takes a first pitch fastball for a strike. Corral went 2 for 6 on Tuesday in that 15-4 win for the Falcons. Here's the 1-1. Nice pitch right there from Gonzalez. That curveball drops right in, brings it to 1-2.
Yeah, that was a nice 12-6. Just bottom dropped right out of that pitch.
Yeah, dropped it right off the table. Another one, another 58-foot curveball right there. Nice stop from Abraham. 2-2.
Yeah, that was a great block by Abraham. And it was a great take for Corral, too, to not really swing on that.
Thought about it.
He definitely did.
Held back, was smart enough, too. The fastball is at the letters. Full count now. See if Corral can go ahead and work a leadoff walk. Diaz in the 2-hole today. Usually see him at the 1.
Or
First
9.
half of the season was the 9-hole. Here's the 3-2. That fastball is out of the zone, so base on balls to start off the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Roberto Diaz.
Up to bat.
But like you said, the Roberto Diaz now hitting second. That's just
Number
the
5,
way that Solano works. He doesn't really want players to get used to a specific position or specific spot in the lineup. He wants to put them wherever he thinks is going to work well. And that so far has been doing good for Roberto, who on Monday hit a 3-run bomb and was the Best Buy player of the game.
Yeah, hit his first home run of the season.
Of his career.
Oh, did not know that one.
He said he didn't expect it.
As he shows bunt, first pitch, bunts it down the first baseline, but foul.
Yeah, Diaz moving over to play second today, which puts Corral at short. It's a little bit of a new setup for the Falcons. Normally Diaz is over at the shortstop position.
Yeah, we usually see Diaz at short. Dotson usually plays, depending on who's playing second or third. And Corral we usually see playing third. That's driven into right field. Bat goes green. That's high. That's far. That is gone. Roberto Diaz 2-run shot ties up this game.
Just like that, he heard us talk about how he only has 1 in his career, and now he makes it 2.
Wind is blowing out to right field.
Don't say it's the wind. He definitely put his bat on that.
No, he barreled that one up entirely. But nice shot right there from Diaz. Ties up this game.
Back-to-back games with home runs. Have yourself a week, Roberto Diaz.
First baseman, number 11, Nate Gutierrez.
So that'll bring up the Bay Valley Conference home run leader, Nate Gutierrez, with 5 on the season. His teammate trying to catch up to him.
Yeah, he said he's not trying to do anything different with his swing. He doesn't really.
That first pitch hits Gutierrez in the elbow.
Yeah, right off the right elbow there. Hopefully that doesn't affect him going on in the game. That was. Look, it hurt.
Next up to the
They look like it
plate,
hit right on the funny bone.
Yeah.
catcher, number 21,
So that'll bring
Jared
up cleanup
Denning.
hitter. Jared Denning had himself a day, as we said in the introduction. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. See another home run for these Falcons.
Yeah, the Storm right now struggling to get an out here in the bottom half of the first.
That first pitch is inside.
Yeah, and on that Roberto Diaz home run swing, that just ties up the ball game 2-2, so it might as well be a 0-0 game.
Yeah, we see Gonzalez to these lefties. A lot of inside fastballs. That one misses again, and it's kind of shocking after Diaz was able to rope that for a home run. It goes first pitch to Gutierrez inside, hits him, and first pitch to Denning inside. Misses. 3-0.
Yeah, and in watching Gonzalez warm up, his pitches do have a natural movement into lefties, so that might be something to kind of keep an eye on going on in the game.
A 3-0 fastball is in there for a strike.
Yeah.
Hitters count now for Denning.
Coming into the season, Gonzalez has 4 hit by pitches, so he definitely attacks the inside corner.
Gonzalez might want to be careful here. The 3-1 misses up in the zone. Walks Denning. First and second, and that'll bring up Krebs.
I don't think
Next up to
Gonzalez should hold his head down on that because
right fielder,
you'd rather have
number
Denning go
20,
on first base with a walk and not a home run or you know what I mean, without an RBI, without any damage, basically.
Denning, that'll be his 32nd walk on the year. Came into this game with a .536 on base percentage.
Abraham going out to check on Felipe, maybe calm him down, or even talk over a little strategy here with 2 runners on. Not necessarily fast runners in Gutierrez and Denning. I like to say Denning sneaky fast. However, not the fastest runners that the Falcons are putting out there. So maybe just kind of talking over a few things.
Yeah, try to keep him calm, keep him composed out there on the mound after giving up that 2-run shot and hitting and walking about it. Krebs shows bunts that one back behind us.
I actually don't think I've ever seen a foul ball bunted back over the backstop. That was impressive.
I was waiting for it to make the sound like it hit the fence, but it just kept going.
Banks is in a little bit over there at first. Looks like the Storm had the wheel play on, bunted down the third baseline. Fields it is Gonzalez. He'll go to first for the out.
Yeah, Gonzalez missed an opportunity there. Shortstop Sam Dinerman actually was over covering the bag at third, and they would have had Gutierrez out by 15 feet if Gonzalez would have spun and thrown to third.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of the wheel play, is to go ahead and try to get that out at third, but Gonzalez seemed real clear, real straight on going to first for the out.
It actually looked like Gutierrez gave up on running to third because he figured he was beat by a mile, but instead Falcons now have runners at second and third.
The first pitch curveball to Connor Caparelli is up in the zone.
Yeah, but you'd rather get the sure out instead of doing something fancy. Granted,
it was 15 feet, so I it was
yeah,
a sure
but
out.
pitchers have the yips sometimes, so anything can happen.
Fastball is fouled behind the Storm dugout.
Yeah, you always go for the lead runner. If you have the play, you go for the lead runner, especially with no outs going into that play.
Beginning of the game, especially, you can go ahead and take those aggressive opportunities. Here's the 1-1 from Gonzalez. Swing and a miss from Caparelli.
Yeah, we usually, well, as of late, we've seen Caparelli come out the bullpen. He was mostly a relief pitcher, but now he's in the lineup and he's actually hitting .357. So, you know, a pretty good player.
Yeah, when he has gotten those opportunities up there at the plate, taking full advantage. As Gonzalez hangs a curveball driven into center field. That'll score one. Getting the wave is Denning, slips and falls. Here's the throw from Banks, and that's off the glove of Davis at third. But that's an RBI single for Connor Caparelli and puts the Falcons on the board 3-2, take the lead now.
And only one out here in the first inning.
36.
Take a full replay. Gonzalez hangs a curveball, driven ball. Nice piece of hitting right there from Caparelli. You see there, Denning slipped and fell. Might have been slick on that grass.
He has no one to blame but his teammate Roberto Diaz, who watered the grass right before the first pitch.
I'm not too sure that that Denning would have actually made it to home. That was a pretty good throw from outfielder Aaron Reardon out there in center.
Yeah, and it was a good heads-up play by Justin Banks to throw to third and try to get Denning out.
We have another mound visit.
That's 2 of 6. I'm just saying.
See Abraham He's trying to calm down Gonzalez once again. Back to back, I mean, that's kind of one of those where you don't know if Gonzalez is up there on the mound just saying, leave me alone. You know, one is good enough for me.
Oh, yeah, because some pitchers really don't like the meeting. Exactly. You're one of those guys, right?
Yes, I was indeed. That fastball fouled out of play. Yeah, I mean, you know, Abraham was right, given that, you know, he gave up the 2-run home run, the hit by pitch and the walk. You know, that's when you go ahead and go out to your pitcher, calm him down a little bit, give him some time, a breather. But just a couple of hitters later and give up RBI single and go ahead and go talk to me. That's where if I'm a pitcher.
Okay, I heard you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm different. I like the reassurance. I like to know. Well, depends. Some catchers are mean. They might, yeah.
I mean, baseball's baseball.
There's no mean in baseball.
Yeah.
No crying either.
Here's the 1-1. That one's at the knees of Brown. Didn't agree with that one. 1-2.
Yeah, that was a good pitch on the inside corner there by Gonzalez.
Brown's got to protect here. Double play is in effect. Runners at the corners. Check on Caparelli at first.
Yeah, Brown has 10 strikeouts thus far into the season, so he's looking to, like you said, protect here.
Still only one out here in the bottom of the first. Falcons are off to a good start here.
Jumping on Gonzalez. There goes Caparelli. Here's the throw from Abraham. And Caparelli is safe. Gets around the tag. Nice hook slide from Caparelli.
That was a strong throw by Josh Abraham behind the dish. I actually thought he might have been out on that, but a good piece of sliding by Caparelli.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, but Abraham looked like he almost double clutched it a little bit. So kind of hesitant to see if Denning might have took off when Abraham jumped up. But nonetheless, Caparelli gets a stolen base. That'll be his second on the year. Now a 2 RBI opportunity for Brown. That curveball's above his head.
Yeah, and that was a full count instead of a 1-2-0-2 situation. So definitely right here, look for Brown to at least just take the walk and keep the lineup moving for Dodson.
Yeah, Reardon is shaded towards the right side of the second base bag. So maybe Napa knows a tendency from Brown as he swings and misses. 2 down.
Yeah, it was a great and welcome strikeout pitch there by Felipe Gonzalez.
Third baseman.
Really went after Brown and tested him and said, here it is, hit it.
Yeah, Nick Dodson now stepping up to the plate, hitting .234 with 4 RBIs. Slugging a little over 200, on base .333. So just looking on, he's just looking to get on.
The first pitch is in there, hits the outside part of the plate.
The weather in Fairfield has just been crazy. Monday when Solano faced off against Contra Costa makeup game, it was beautiful, sunny, not a cloud in the sky. It was actually a little warm too, and then complete opposite today.
Here's the 0-1. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2 is Dodson down quickly. He's got to protect here. Verrett is on deck. Driven into right center. And there is Reardon to end the inning. So the Falcons take the lead. So putting 3 on the board as we head to the top of the second. 3-2 Falcons.
Hi, this is Roberto Diaz, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back.
Davis.
Here in the top of the second, Trent Davis will go ahead and lead us off. 244 batting average coming into this one. 9 RBIs under his belt.
So in the top half of the first, the Storm got off to a good offensive start to the game. However, in the bottom half of the first, their defense was a little bit rocky to start, but it did look like Gonzalez settled down there at the end of the inning.
First pitch misses. Yeah, if the Storm want any chance of winning this one with the Falcons being so hot as of late, Gonzalez has got to go ahead and bounce back after that tough first inning that's fouled third base side.
I definitely think the 2-run home run by Roberto Diaz kind of jilted him in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, first half inning out there, and you're going to second hitter, giving up a home run, definitely messes with your head a little bit if you're up on the mound. But pitchers, I mean, you're taught to have a short-term memory. So,
yeah, and I'm sure they did a scouting report too and saw that Roberto only had 1 home run, and it came in on Monday. So I don't think they really pegged him as the slugger in a sense. So it probably took him by surprise too. But like you said, he has to have a short-term memory.
That curveball is nubbed at the end of the bat. There is Diaz, and Yancey is the one covering the play. Nice job in getting over there for the first out.
Yeah, he did that in the first inning where he hustled his way to first base, and it's just really good to see that he knows the heads-up play. He knows that when there's a grounder hit that way to always cover first base no matter what.
Tyler Whitehead.
You see there on the replay, just nubbed off the bat. And Gutierrez just let Yancey do his thing as he was charging over there. 1-0.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when your momentum is going that way, it would have been a lot tougher for Gutierrez to spin around and make that catch than it is for Yancey to kind of come in.
And just go directly to the bag.
2-0. Reardon in the top of the order is on deck. Here's the 2-0. 2-1. Yancey seems to be a little bit more settled down just from the first few pitches of the second. That one's fouled back.
Yeah, Tyler, it's only hitting 206 on the year. I say only, but that in the starting lineup today, that is the lowest average in the lineup.
That one's grounded on over to Dalton right under his glove. So that'll be an E5.
A great backup by Ian Corral, though, to just be right where the ball was hit to him. Couldn't really gather himself quick enough to at least attempt a throw to first.
Yeah, Dotson was trying to play the short hop, but
12,
went right under his glove and came up and was looking for it, but wasn't there.
Yeah, the wet infield, that ball just kind of died instead of hopped like it normally would have. It was a little warmer and drier out there today. With the defensive lineup there on the left-hand side of the field with Dotson and Corral, it's not the usual fielding positions for these two guys. So, you know, we're kind of keeping an eye on that for the rest of this game. We've already seen Corral bobble. Now we've seen Dotson misplay a hop. So,
yeah, Diaz looks comfortable over there at second. I mean, you can put him anywhere in the infield.
Oh, anywhere in the outfield, infield, pitching. I haven't seen him catch yet, though.
Here's the 0-1. That one's fouled. 0-2. Yancey trying to get a double play ball here from Reardon. Maybe catch him out in front off the end of the bat. Cassis is on deck. Reardon grounded out to Gutierrez his first time up. Check on Whitehead over there at first, back in time.
As always, when there's a runner over on first, there's a huge gap on the right-hand side of the infield for Reardon.
Another check on over. And even when there's no one on base, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Diaz seems to be shading more towards up the middle rather than the 3-4 hole. So leaves a lot of real estate out there on the right side for the Storm hitters to get a nice, easy hit.
And Reardon is a hitter in the box.
Fouled right in front of us into the netting, and Sohad, once again, getting scared.
It's about 17 flinches. Here we are in the top half of the second inning.
Can you guys please let me live?
Over-under set at 24 flinches on the day.
If they would stop hitting it my way, I wouldn't flinch. I get so caught up in watching sometimes that I forget, like, that there's something in front of me.
The baseball's on the field.
Chris, I haven't done a game with you in a while. Okay, can you please be nice to me?
Gonzalez checks over it first.
It's all love, Sohad. It's all love.
I'm trying to catch it. Sohad's trying to dodge it. And Chris is trying to watch the game.
Here's the 0-2. Outside. See what Yancey throws here.
That's a great 0-2 pitch by Yancey.
Outside, maybe catch Reardon chasing. And now with that fastball, maybe can go in here with a curveball, the back foot, maybe even back inside with the fastball. Here it is. And that's driven out into right field for a base hit. So nice piece of hitting from Reardon, down 1-2. Able to get a nice pitch he likes and get a hit. First and second, one down with Cassis up now.
Yeah, and he hit it exactly where you said Roberto wasn't shading.
Joey.
Granted, there was
Cassis.
a runner on first base, so he has to.
Yeah.
He has to play that double play depth, but even then, I expect Diaz to go ahead and play more towards up the middle. And Cassis singled his last time up. That was an infield single. Dotson's even with the back at third, playing a bunt. First pitch fouled.
I just feel like the theme so far in the game, granted we're only in the second inning, it just feels very back and forth. A lot of foul pitches, a lot of runners on base, a lot of traffic.
Set from Yancey. Checks on Whitehead, the pitch. Curveball doesn't quite make its way back in, 1-1.
And with only one out here, the Storm have great speed over there on first with Reardon. He does have 11 stolen bases on the season, so anything to go into the outfield, you know, kind of when the Storm want to see him probably make a turn around second and head for third.
Yeah, Whitehead seems to be on his toes, too. On second, that one's driven into the gap in right field. Whitehead is getting the wave home. Reardon on his way to third. Cassis takes a big turn, retreats back to first, so an RBI single ties this one up from Joey Cassis.
We have no idea what we're talking about here in the booth. It's just like I said, that was it. You know, that was hit nicely into the outfield. Cal Krebs did a great job of catching it on the one hop and getting it into the infield. However, Reardon was on his horse, and there was no way they were going to play a third.
I mean, he, like you said, has 11 stolen bases. He seems to be the fastest cat on the team.
And that brings up Banks, who had that RBI double his first time up.
A laser shot.
Yancey might want to be careful with Cassis over there at first. That one's in the dirt. Nice pick from Deading. Decides to go backhand on that.
Yeah, and Cassis is second on the team in stolen backs with 9. So we got some speed out there on the bases for the Storm.
Yancey looking for a ground ball, get himself out of the inning. There goes Cassis, ground ball up the middle, off the glove of Yancey. Does not hit Cassis as Diaz throws over to Gutierrez for the out. So a fielder's choice, but a run does score, puts the Storm with the lead, 4-3.
That's a tough play there for Yancey. You know, right back up the middle. It's kind of a high hopper there. He did his best to try to pull it in, but you wonder if his glove slowed it down to where Diaz at second had no chance at a double play.
Josh Abraham.
Yeah, that could have been a double play. Might have been, but always the woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, yeah. You want to try to make a play any way you can.
And that's a pitcher's instincts. I mean, ideally, you don't want him to reach out and hit off his glove because of that possibility, taking away the double play. But that's just a pitcher's instinct up there on the mound to go ahead and protect himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Bumgarner said, he's like in those couple seconds, split seconds of a reaction time, you just do what's natural. And for a pitcher, that's to throw your glove up.
curveball chopper off the glove of Dotson. And Corral, nice backup there, keeps it from going on into left field to keep Cassis from scoring.
Yeah, I can't emphasize enough the great backup by Aaron Corral, because had that ball gone out, I'm almost 100% sure Cassis would have scored on that. So instead of having a 2-run deficit, still 1 run, there's 2 outs. So John Yancey right now needs to just buckle down in a sense and just focus on Dinerman.
So Dinerman up, and he reached on a E6 last inning. Yancey sets the pitch in the dirt. Yancey started off the inning good, was able to get Davis for a ground out, and then had that E5 from Whitehead, and he ended up coming around to score. Fastball over the bat. No. Alrighty. I saw a point from the home plate umpire. So that is on me. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't do that again, Chris.
Sorry, Saw.
No, it confused me too.
I don't know if you guys saw that too,
that
but
was close.
I mean, I saw this. I saw like a dinosaur arm from the short for the home plate umpire. And you can't quite tell there.
It looked like it went over the bag.
It did. Like I said, I mean, the home plate umpire wasn't really clear. So 1-1 the count. Cass is hopping over there at third. Ground ball to Corral. Goes the easy way to Diaz to end the inning. So the Storm take back the lead from an RBI single from Joey Cassis as we'll head to the bottom half of the second. 4-3 Storm.
Aaron Corral.
Welcome back, and we have a sideline report with Andy Chase and Tyron Salampa.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Tyron. Coach, Solano has won 6 of their last 7 games. What do you attribute that to?
You know, we're starting to figure some things out with our approaches at the plate. We're stringing a lot of runs together. When you go 22 runs followed by 15 runs, that's going to win you a lot of games. You know, guys are starting to perform about how we expected them to, and I think that's why some of these wins are starting to come. So, a lot of good things to come here in the conference season.
And what are you looking for specifically out of your guys today?
You know, we just want to come and compete and give our guys a chance right there from start to finish.
Thanks, Coach. Now back to you guys in the booth.
First up to
Thank you,
plate.
Andy. See there,
Center
Gonzalez
fielder,
ready for the bottom
3,
of the second with
Isaiah
Verrett leading it off.
Verrett.
This has been a great game so far. Both teams on offense really showing out here in the early part of this game.
Yeah, this keeps it up. It's going to be a long, high-scoring game. Here's the first pitch to Verrett in the dirt. Verrett coming in this game with a 204 batting average. Has 10 RBIs thus far.
Yeah, and the roles for Verrett and Roberto have switched when it comes to in the spots in the lineup.
That's popped high. That's going to go ahead and fall back behind us. 1-1.
So in my defense, I did cover my head there, but we are just underneath a little easy up, so it's not exactly a roof, so to speak.
Don't know if it would have fell right through. Probably not.
I wish it didn't
but
hit you in the
it's
head.
always like you
You're
said.
always-
I mean, it's a natural tendency to cover your head if something's up in the air like that.
Chris, you're too calm. You're too nonchalant.
I've been around the game for so long. I mean,
I think the net is one thing. This little pop-up.
The easy up, yeah.
The easy up is not
can't quite
that
trust it.
protective. Oh,
and that's off the bag. At third, in comes Cassis. A big turn from Verrett.
That was just a wonderful play by Joey Cassis out in left field just to get to the ball that quickly and prevent a very speedy Isaiah Verrett from advancing to second base.
Oh, yeah, great arm by Cassis out there to get it into second baseman Andrew Shaw. And a good thing that Shaw bobbled that ball because I think Verrett would have been gunned at first.
Yeah, Verrett took a big turn, and he was set on 2, but charging in fast was Cassis. Didn't quite expect him to get there that quick. And, again, the throw was there, too. Just the bobble from Shaw. Couldn't quite finish it for the Storm. So they'll bring it to the top of the order, and Aaron Corral walked and came around to score his first time up.
Yeah, and it was actually a weird hit when you think about it for Isaiah Verrett because it hit the bag. Usually it would go all the way up into the air and kind of fall in the infield, but that just hit the bag and just kept going.
Yeah, especially with it hitting the front part of the base. Didn't expect it to fall into left field.
You expect it to kind of like take a hit all the way up and then hopefully someone play it on a hop or something, but that just kept going all the way to left field where Joey Cassis was playing. And I'm actually expecting Felipe Gonzalez right now to keep throwing over and keep checking on Isaiah.
Yeah, it might be what the mound visit by Abraham there was about, since Isaiah has got 9 stolen bags on the season, so there's some speed out there for the Falcons.
Gonzalez sets the pitch up 2-0.
The Falcons, like you said, this is the top of the order, so they've already seen Felipe once. So I feel like right now what the Falcons need to do is just keep working on him and just keep making him work towards them in a sense and just keep throwing pitches.
That one's popped into left field. Back goes Cassis, track, and makes the catch right in front of the wall. Brett will go ahead and go back to first. I thought that one was a routine fly ball, but that just kept carrying, I feel like.
Yeah, with it overcast today and the air is a little, it's a little humid for being overcast, and there's a little wind shading out there to center field. That ball had some pop to it.
I might have thought he got tied up just a little bit. I thought it was going to be a routine fly ball, but obviously Mitch judged that one as that kept carrying, and luckily for Napa, just died right in front of the track.
Yeah, and now Roberto Diaz, who hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat, stepping up to the plate, and maybe another 2-run home run. Who knows?
We'll see here. Gonzalez might be hesitant on giving him a fastball up in the zone again. See there, Verrett with a decent lead.
In the defensive lineup for Napa, they're definitely playing him to pull. And their third baseman, Davis, is in on the grass.
Yeah, Shaw is playing straight up at second, not playing the double play. That fastball is right down the middle, 0-1. Interesting to see if Dinerman gets a ground ball, because I don't think Shaw, with the way where he's playing, he's going to go ahead and make it over to second.
Yeah, definitely playing for a pull here.
Back safely is Verrett.
Yeah, Verrett has to be careful over there because just like Nate Gutierrez, Justin is left-handed, so all he has to do is put the glove on him and the tag's already going to be on.
Here's the 0-1. There goes Verrett. Swung on and fouled over the Falcon dugout. Verrett got a decent jump over there at first. Might have been a hit and run. 0-2.
You think the hit and run's on again? Even if it's an 0-2 count?
Maybe a run and hit. There goes Verrett. Here's the throw from Abraham. And hosed down is Verrett. Not quite sure what he saw, as that one didn't really get away from Abraham in front of the plate.
Yeah, it looked like Verrett took his eyes off the ball there, which when you're expecting a wild pitch is kind of dangerous because Abraham did an amazing job of blocking it in front of him, and he's got a cannon out there to second.
Yeah, and Roberto also told him that he did the kind of hand signal to go to second. So just like a miscommunication on both hands.
One's above Diaz's head. 2-2. And yeah, Abraham, good job right there in keeping his composure, because I don't think he expected Verrett to go on just a ball that was just to the left of him. That was driven onto right field. Back goes Green. Track, wall, out of here. A solo home run, second of the day for Roberto Diaz, as that'll tie this one up again, 4-4.
Yeah, I knew from my vantage point, I knew that was fair, but I didn't quite think that had enough on it to get out. But my goodness.
I'm not saying I helped him because I called it, but I helped him because I called it. So you're welcome, Roberto Diaz.
Right in the wheelhouse of Roberto Diaz.
3 home runs in 3 games.
Yeah.
And he literally, when I interviewed him for the Best Buy, he said he was surprised after the 3-run home run. Now he has 2 in 1 game, 2 and 2 innings.
As you see here on the replay, that was a high and tight fastball. And Diaz, nice job in just turning on that one.
Yeah, it's kind of, I would say, similar to the Joe Panik's start to this season. People that are, a couple of guys that aren't known for their power have just been going yard.
That one's fisted up the middle. Here comes Dynaman, the throw, and he is out of there. Nice play from Dynaman, able to charge in on that one, and nice scoop from Banks, able to finish that off. So a solo shot from Roberto Diaz, second of the day, ties this one up back at 4 as we head to the top of the third.
Welcome to the Sports Update on the Solano College Sports Network. I'm Stephen Babb. As Major League Baseball starts the 2018 season, teams are optimistic with playoff hopes and World Series aspirations. The 2 local teams and their fans can add one more thing to their list of goals. During the traditional last spring training warm-up between the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland Athletics, the 2 organizations, along with NBC Sports, announced a new trophy called the Bridge, which will go to the winner of the regular season series between the 2 clubs. The Giants and A's will play 2 3-game sets, one before the All-Star break and again right after to start the second half of the season. The idea of the Bridge Trophy came from NBC Sports insider Brody Brazil. The trophy will be made out of reclaimed steel from the old eastern span of the Bay Bridge that connected San Francisco and Oakland. So with playoffs, pennants, and the World Series trophy, the San Francisco Giants and Oakland A's will have something else to play for this season, the Bridge Trophy and the Battle of the Bay bragging rights. That will do it for this sports update. For the Solano College Sports Network, I'm Stephen Babb.
Welcome back. See there, Yancey getting ready. Andrew Shaw leading off the top of the third. Reached on an E1. His last time up, that first pitch is fouled back.
And to end the last half of the second inning, I kind of see why Shaw plays that deep second base position, because Dynerman can cover some ground up in that middle part of the infield. I mean, he made that last play on the second base side of the bag.
And that was fisted. I mean, that was a slow ground ball. And I thought Gutierrez might have had a chance to beat that one out. But storming his way over was Dynerman. Lightning speed, went ahead and made a good play all around right there. Here's the 2-1 curveball, got it right to Dotson, hits off the chest of him and makes the play. Nice job in keeping his composure right there.
Yeah, that didn't feel good as a hit right on his chest, but like you said, great composure for him to keep the ball in front of him and just throw to Gutierrez and get the out.
That was one of those in-betweeners where it bounced right to his chest. Didn't know if he should field it glove down or backhanded up.
That corner is definitely proving to be hot for Dotson today.
That's got it right in front of the plate. In fair territory. Nice job from Denning in fielding that. 2 down. You see there, Green thought it was a foul ball. Didn't think anything of it.
He didn't hustle down the line or anything. I see where he's coming from, though. You see the ball hit right in front of you, assume it's going to be foul, but
yeah,
you can't really assume in this game.
Denning did a good job of being aggressive because taking it out of the air, because if he would have let it go, you never know, probably would have dribbled foul.
So 2 quick outs as that slider is in there for a strike. Yancey looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. See if he can get it here. That one's fouled.
The first 1-2-3 for either pitcher today. Offenses have been on fire.
We expected that from the Falcons, but the Storm keeping up with Solano. That one's driven out into left center. There goes Verrett, but falling down for a base hit, taking the turn and heading to second is Davis for a 2-out double.
Yeah, great job by Verrett to catch that on a 1 hop and not let it get past him and hit the fence. And a good throw in, but no chance at a play at second.
24.
Yeah, Napa's definitely storming back right now.
But trying to become a pun master like
I am. Don't say Brian is, because I am.
Brian Nelson,
Brian
our producer
Nelson
today.
Shout out Brian Nelson, the producer. He is not the pun master.
That fastball is caught by Diaz to end the inning. So the the Storm strand 1, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
My name is Jared Denning. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hey fellas, this is Kyle Krebs, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
My name is Connor Caparelli. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
See a nice shot of the scoreboard here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Bottom of the 3rd, Jared Denning will go ahead and lead it off for the Falcons. Denning walked his last time up. First pitch from Gonzalez is just a bit high.
Yes, it's pretty cool today that we see Roberto hit 2 home runs and then Denning walk, where usually if you look at the guys and their stats, it's the other way around. Denning would hit the home run and then Diaz would just get the walk.
Misses. And both can do just that with the home runs and the walks. Denning just misses that fastball. Denning with 4 on the season. Diaz now with 3. And Denning with 32 walks now. And Diaz with 26.
There's definitely competition right now.
On-base machines right there.
Gutierrez has 5 home runs.
That one's off the fist of Denning. 2-2.
Yeah, Gutierrez has 5 home runs with just 12 walks, so I think he's focused on the home runs right now in terms of competition.
Gutierrez's batting average has skyrocketed the past few weeks, as that's now 330. That's a weak ground ball to Shaw for the first out.
Yeah, there's plenty of time left in this game for both of them to walk in, hit more home runs.
Up to bat.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right fielder.
Definitely seems like we're on pace for a high-scoring game.
Kyle.
Oh, I hate the term on pace. After Stanton hit the 2 home runs, I forgot who said it. He was on pace to hit like 67 because of the 2 home runs. I just hate that phrase.
It's like when Bochy said that Panic was on pace for 60.
Oh, yeah, but he was joking.
You do not know that, Soad Balazi.
The 1-0. Nice changeup from Gonzalez. 1-1. Yeah, Panic had a couple of nice shots when they played the Dodgers.
Absolutely. Kershaw and Jansen.
Top pitchers in the game. Sends them yard.
And then, of course, your Yankees, I believe it was yesterday or 2 days. It was yesterday where it was Judge, Stanton, and Sanchez.
Only took 6 games.
Great, calm down, please.
We're going to see a lot
I
of that this season.
can't wait till the Red Sox win the division.
How many strikeouts Stanton have on the year?
He's got...
In 6 games?
Man, he's had 5 just the other day. I think he's got probably around 10.
That's fine.
I want to say. He struck out a handful of times, too, in Toronto. As Krebs works a one-out walk.
Yeah, good eye there by Krebs. Lay off those high pitches.
Up to bat.
Gonzalez, we've seen a lot today, really leaving the ball up in the zone. And it's really hurt him as Diaz is able to get a couple home runs off of those.
It's a big contrast from his warm-ups because he's got some, good stuff down and low in the zone. So you kind of wonder if nerves are maybe getting to him a little bit here.
Maybe steering him away from his game plan that he had. That's a chopper foul.
Yeah, and it looked like Abraham was going to go out to Gonzalez and do another mound visit, but he stopped right in front of home plate and just gave him some hand signals or whatever. But that would have been like, what, the 7th mound visit? If what feels like.
Yeah, he might have just been giving some signals to the infield and helping direct defense too. But if you look at Gonzalez's pitching motion, it looks like his stride might be going a little long and causing the ball to float up in the zone.
That one, once again, is at the belt, fouled. And Caparelli, his last time up, Gonzalez let the hanging curveball and drove that out into right center for a hit. Yeah, with that long stride from Gonzalez, it really, but that's just based on his pitching, really winding everything back, and you don't know if that arm's coming in late in order to keep that arm slot, releasing the ball higher because of that long stride.
Yeah, it's something to definitely keep an eye on here.
In the dirt, nice block from Abraham.
And that looked like an overhand fastball, so maybe he's trying to compensate for that longer stride and aim it rather than pitch it.
So far in the game, I've been really impressed with Abraham's defense and not letting balls get past him. And when they do get past him, that he's quick enough and he knows the surroundings well enough that he knows where the ball is.
It's a 1-2 at the chin.
That's some chin
Caparelli.
music. So that's tall chin music because Caparelli's pretty tall.
And now with the righty up there at the plate, Dinerman is now hugging the hole, and Shaw is playing right, just to the right of second base. So interesting defensive adjustments from the Storm. That one's fouled just off the glove of Abraham. Haven't seen that from a college team, at least.
The overshift?
Ever.
Well, yeah, not really an overshift. It's more of a batter, like a batter's what side of the plate they're on. Shift.
Batter side pull.
Batter
exactly.
side pull, yeah.
Just something that the Storm may pick up on is Caparelli misses on that curveball, catches him reaching 2 down.
Yeah, I got to say the Storm's defense has been playing
to bat.
pretty legit
Designated hitter.
so far in this early game.
Number 36.
Yeah, a lot of shifting.
Justin
The outfield,
Brown.
we've seen Reardon shift more to the right or left. We've seen Cassis and Green maybe shift a little bit, but playing deep as well.
Yeah, definitely playing deeper than what previous teams have played here at Billy and Louise Yarborough.
Brown struck out his last time up. 1-0. And if I was a Falcon hitter, anything up in the zone I'm laying off of, and anything down that I see in the at-bat, I'm taking full advantage of that.
Unless you're Diaz and you want to hit a third home run.
Yeah, Diaz,
game.
that second home run, you saw where Abraham's glove was. That was almost at the chin. And Diaz somehow, some way got on top of that and still drove it.
It's a very, very Pablo Sandoval-ish because that's what drives coaches and managers crazy is when you can't lay off the
The
high
high
stuff. But, you know, he had success with it. Like Pablo generally has success with stuff high up in the zone. Got to be careful, though, because when you don't, you absolutely don't.
Yeah, looking into the bullpen for Solano and Napa, you don't see anyone getting warmed up. However, in Solano, there's someone doing some type of stretches. Just getting a little loose, a little warmed up. Not necessarily to get into the game, though.
Just got a mound visit. We are all done now. You see there Brown taking some warm-up packs.
Yeah, first visit by the Storm's coach, so maybe just a few more words of wisdom there, and hopefully get their pitcher Gonzalez back in focused on the game.
Yeah, 3 mound visits now through 2 2/3.
Over 6.
So that first pitch is in there. Don't know what his head coach and Dan Parker might have said to him, but obviously that one worked out well. Coming back with a fastball right down the middle.
There you have a look of Kyle Krebs, who has to jog all the way back to first. Justin Bakes keeping an eye on him.
Krebs with a conservative lead, 2-1. Big swing and a miss from Brown, 2-2.
That's what you call a healthy rip right there. He was trying to go opposite field with that swing.
Set from Gonzalez and another check over from Krebs. Not quite sure why Gonzalez is checking so much on Krebs. I mean, not saying that Krebs isn't a stolen base threat,
but he's not a stolen base
threat.
Not
so much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you almost wonder if it's actually kind of helping him just kind of refocus and restructure. You know,
buy him a little time.
Yeah, and kind of change up his rhythm a little bit. He did seem to be kind of speeding things up on the mound, so maybe just to kind of take a breather in between pitches. Yeah, because Krebs is like 4 feet off the bat.
Yeah, not a big lead at all at first, but he will go ahead and go now as it's a 3-2 count with 2 outs.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when you're out there on the mound, it's a lonely place, so anything you can do to kind of try to help get yourself back.
As Brown is able to lay off that high fastball to extend the inning, runs at first and second with Nick Dodson at the plate.
Yeah, that was that's a pretty good take by Brown there. I mean, I don't think that was too high to where I don't think it may have been called a strike in other games. That's one of the dangers, too, as a pitcher, when you're up in the zone a lot and the umpire's getting used to calling them balls, that even if it is on the edge of the zone, still might not get the call.
The first pitch to Dotson is once again up.
Here's a little fun fact that Kariki Mack actually told me. She's obviously friends with, you know, the players on Solano. Nick Dodson wears the sunglasses, and they call him Specs. And someone else from The Sandlot, I forget who, I haven't seen the movie in a minute, but he actually changed his walk-up song to the song that you heard right now that's also in The Sandlot. Squints, there you go, Squints.
Are those sunglasses or actual seeing glasses?
Actual seeing glasses.
There's no sun today.
Sports goggles.
The Chris Sabos on the left-hand side of the field there. Legendary Cincinnati Red.
Chris, you're just a hater if it's not about the Yankees, and I'm getting sick and tired about it.
I saw it. I didn't even do anything. Wow. Attack mode. The 1-1 swing and a miss, fouled into the glove of Abraham, 1-2.
Yeah, Gonzalez looking to get out of the bottom of the third with no damage. Be quite a feat at this point in the game.
Not quite sure how much longer Gonzalez is able to stay in. A lot of pitches thrown through 3. It's a ground ball fouled off of Dotson, though.
And their second baseman, Shaw, is covering Krebs out there at second. There's almost nobody on the right-hand side of the infield. First baseman was holding Brown on. I mean, that's you could bunt it that direction and probably.
That's push bunt.
Hit.
Yeah, that right side is wide open. So 1-2. Dotson able to stay alive on that one. You see their Banks looking at that ball go foul.
You'd almost actually want to see Brooks Green come in and play shallow right and cover any grounder through that hole there.
And he is on the shallow side.
Yeah, he's taking a couple steps.
And you see there Reardon playing more towards right field. Just a lot of defensive alignments for the Storm, and Abraham will once again go ahead and talk to Gonzalez. Not quite sure if they're on the same page or what.
I think right now with this 1-2 count to Dotson that, you know, forget the runners, forget everything, forget anything you hear, just kind of focus in on Dotson.
Yeah, especially because there's 2 outs right now. So what you have to do is just focus on the hitter.
Gonzalez is ready. 1-2 the count. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Gonzalez looking for his first work of a scoreless inning. Did he go? No, he did not. 2-2.
That looked like a good pitch.
Yeah, Dotson thought about it. Luckily, he was able to hold up on that. Now you got yourself in a tough situation here. If you're Gonzalez 2-2, you don't want to get it 3-2. Start the runners. So this is a big pitch in for here.
Dotson calling time. I think he's kind of thinking the same thing, kind of
readjust.
It is indeed what Chris loves to say, a deuces wild situation right now, which,
is.
by the way, I learned. So you're welcome.
Yeah, look at the dugout. Everyone's going to go ahead and do something. They're rubbing the bill. Here's the 2-2. That high fastball misses up. And just like you said, Steven, Gonzalez did not get that call because he's been living up there.
Yeah, because that was similar to an earlier pitch, right? I don't think it's really missing by much. However, being up in the zone all day, it's going to be tough to get that call.
So runners will go ahead and get a head start. 3-2 the count. Dotson looking to drive in Krebs to get the Falcons the lead as Gonzalez makes a move to second.
And once again, the defense out there for the Storm has shifted again. So it looks like Shaw is now playing back on the grass and not hugging second, and Dinerman at short's now covering second.
Gonzalez is set. The 3-2 misses. The bases are loaded, and that'll bring up number 9 hitter, Isaiah Verrett.
Yeah, this is definitely a good RBI opportunity here for Verrett.
Center fielder, number 3, Isaiah Verrett.
Yeah, Verrett coming out of the 9 hole. I mean, we saw him at least the first part of the season at that leadoff spot. But as a 9 hitter, 10 RBIs isn't too bad at all.
No, absolutely. And if he can just show a little plate discipline and lay off the high stuff, he may even get a walking RBI.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of pitches. Gonzalez yet to make that adjustment on getting the ball down in the zone as he'll go out of the windup here. 2 down. Bases are loaded. First pitch misses. Krebs at third, Brown at second, Dotson at first. Defense is straight up besides Shaw, who's playing more towards up the middle for the Storm. The 1-0. Misses 2-0.
Yeah, you kind of wonder, interesting strategy by Gonzalez here to choose to go out of the windup instead of the stretch. You know, maybe something a little bit more comfortable or more familiar.
Yeah, I was going to say more comfortable, but 2-0 the count.
Yeah.
Can't really tell the difference yet. The 2-0, that one finds the zone 2-1.
Yeah, the wind definitely picked up in this inning.
Here's the 2-1. Same spot. Evens it up at 2-2. Big pitch right here.
Yeah, it looks like Brett's kind of just taken all the way in this at bat.
Not a bad idea.
No,
I mean, make Gonzalez pitch to you in this situation. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. He was up in the count 2-0.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. As Brett calls time there to kind of regroup. See if he swings here.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss from Verrett. Nice work from Gonzalez, able to get himself out of trouble. So scoreless third as we head to the top of the 4th.
This is John Yancey, and thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Top of the 4th, and the top of the lineup for the Storm as Reardon will go ahead and lead off.
Number 12.
Singled
Aaron
in the second,
Reardon.
grounded out to first.
Yeah.
1 for 2 on the day.
All tied up here at 4. So let's see what the Storm can get going here, and maybe their offense can wake back up here a little bit. The 3rd inning was the first blanked inning for either pitcher, and a great job by Gonzalez getting out of that bases loaded 2-out situation.
That first pitch to Reardon is in there for a strike from Yancey. Yeah, both pitchers showed a really good job of it being able to stay in the zone and have a nice bounce back inning in the 3rd, keep it where it's at.
Yeah, and I liked what catcher Josh Abraham did for Gonzalez, you know, just kind of hyping him up on the way back into the dugout after that last half of the 3rd.
That slider just misses on the outside part of the plate. Didn't quite make it back in. Here's the 1-1. That pitch is up, 2-1.
Yeah, it's just good to see Yancey back on the mound, or still on the mound, and good to see how he settled down after that kind of rough inning.
That fastball misses. 3-1. Now Reardon's in the driver's seat. Can look for his pitch.
You think he has a green light?
Without a doubt, 3-1. I mean, we'll see what Yancey throws here. Fastball, and just the pitch Reardon wanted, but just misses that one. Brings it to a full count now. Dotson even with the bag at 3rd. Gutierrez hugging the line at 1st.
Yeah, one of the few players on the Storm hitting above 350, so I'm pretty sure his green light is always on.
That's a ground ball. Easy play for Diaz for the first out.
Some really good speed there by Reardon getting down that line. It was an easy routine play for Diaz. However,
up to the plate,
Reardon almost beat that out.
Number 26.
Yeah, Reardon
Joey Cassis.
got some wheels on him.
And he has some show hair, too.
Joey Cassis now up 2 for 2. A couple singles and an RBI with the run scored. It's the 0-1. That breaking ball gets away from Yancey. 1-1.
This is the part of the lineup that you kind of just have to be careful with. You know, Reardon, of course, who we got the out for that, or they got the out, excuse me. Joey Cassis and now Justin Banks. You're going to have to be careful with those two hitters.
2-1.
Some noise coming over from the Storm dugout. You know, maybe trying to get a little mojo, work out a little magic for themselves.
Or even getting the head of John Yancey.
2-1. Ground ball. And off the glove of Dotson. So Cassis will go ahead and reach on that one.
You have a glove in your car, Chris? I think Dotson might be able to borrow it out there on that hot corner.
Yeah.
He's just not
Number
having
30,
a good defensive day
Justin
per se at
Banks.
third.
Yeah,
but like we've said, it's a hot corner. That's what that is the reason why it's called a hot corner, because of that play.
So that'll go down as an E5 on Dotson. Cassis was leaning, but nice job at getting back there.
Yeah, great throw over by Yancey.
It won't be the worst decision here to pitch around Justin Banks right here and give him the free base at the end of the day.
It's a ground ball. Let's see if the Falcons can turn 2. There's 1 and 2 to end the inning. So nice pitching from John Yancey, able to get that inning-ending double play. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Falcons head to the bottom of the 4th.
Aaron Corral, thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, this is Roberto Diaz, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gutierrez. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Up to bat,
Gonzalez still
Shortstop.
out there on the mound
number 10
for the Storm as we have
Aaron
the top of the order for the
Corral.
Falcons. Aaron Corral will lead off the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, after being able to get out of the trouble in the last inning, you know, maybe they're going to stick with Gonzalez and see how he does here in the bottom of the 4th.
A nice job, able to work himself out of big trouble as the Falcons had a bases loaded opportunity and unable to execute on that. That first pitch is fouled. It's the 0-1. That one comes back in the zone, 0-2. Nice pitch from Gonzalez. Nice movement.
Yeah, this might be the groove that he might be working himself back into.
As Corral swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, says Gonzalez.
That was nasty.
Up to bat.
Sitting here behind home plate, I could see that movement all the way, and there was some speed behind that breaking pitch. That was a little deceptive. That last second just whap, right over the plate.
Nice, tight, sharp break. You see Diaz's last home run. Just tomahawked that one at the top of the zone.
No big deal. 2 for 2, 2-run home run, solo home run, 3 RBIs. Just a casual day.
So that fastball hits the outside part of the plate, and I think Gonzalez and Abraham both agree on keeping the ball up and in from Diaz. The 0-1.
I would just keep it low and away. Because even that up and in, he can turn on and put some barrel on it.
The 1-1. That curveball drops in 1-2. So now Diaz will look to protect here. Shaw playing more towards the hole. 3-4 hole, I should say. Outside.
Yeah, I'm sure the Storm are very happy to see Gonzalez staying down in the zone to start off the 4th. He's making some really good pitches here.
See what Gonzalez throws here. 2-2 curveball right over the bag and off the glove of Banks over there at first. So that'll be an E3. Diaz reaches, and that'll bring up Gutierrez now.
Yeah, that was a tough play there by Justin Banks.
Number 11.
Just seemed to kind of snow cone right out of his glove.
Gutierrez.
And he's usually really good at first base. He only has 2 errors in the season thus far. Fielding percentage, obviously, 990. So 3 errors, including that one, of course, for Banks.
Gutierrez 0 for 1. Got hit by a pitch his first time up. There's a ground ball chopper foul. Nice play from Banks.
Barehanded catch that one. Maybe you should have tried that on the last play.
Instead of wait for that short hop.
Yeah.
A little spicy over here in the broadcast booth.
Davis even with the bag at third. Diaz gets back safely.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you're definitely going to see some pitches at first by Gonzalez, especially with Diaz on, who is really a stolen base threat.
Gets away from Gonzalez. 1-1. Diaz, 3 stolen bases on the year, but we have seen him on the base paths show his speed. Pretty good lead right there, too. He gets back. I think that's just a part of Gonzalez's game plan after seeing him through 3 in the 3rd innings pitched. Not just, I don't think that he's making runners. I don't think he's worried about the runners on base. I think that's just part of his pitching scheme, his whole game plan up there on the mound.
Yeah, I agree. Just something to kind of take a breather, give you a second in between pitches.
Nice job from Gutierrez, able to lay off that curveball. 2-1. See if the hit and run is on for the Falcons.
Not to steal signs, but Tyron over there was giving some down. So it would be a good hit and run opportunity.
Diaz does not go. That fastball is fouled into the netting. 2-2.
It's the first time Soa didn't flinch.
Actually,
yeah, you stayed really calm.
Actually, the last inning I didn't flinch. So please give me credit when it's due.
No, there were no foul balls back here last inning.
Yes, there was. I hope a foul ball hits you guys both in the head.
Never happened.
And you guys get a big old bump, and I look at you and I say, that's why you flinch.
Absolutely never happened.
Yeah, it will never happen with the.
Never say never.
No,
Not to sound corny.
I would catch it or knock it away before it ever hit me in the head.
Mm-mm. Baseball gods, do your magic.
2-2 is fouled.
I played first base for 5 years. There's nothing hitting me in the head.
I mean, if it happened to Jose Canseco's, I think it can happen to anyone.
Who?
Jose Canseco's.
I don't know who Canseco's is.
Seiko.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
Swing and a miss, fouled into the glove of Abraham for the second out.
And he definitely was not known for his fielding prowess out there in the outfield.
Next up to
almost
bat.
a liability out there in
Absolutely.
the outfield.
Number 21, Jared Denning.
So 2 down now. Then I'll bring up Denning. Grounded out to second his last time up. Gonzalez with a long hold. Finally decides that's driven out to right center. Back goes Green. Back goes Reardon, and making the play is Reardon to end the inning. Nice job of covering that ground right there. So the Falcons set down in order as we head to the top of the 5th tie ball game.
Hello, this is Nikki Requeijo with the Solano College Update. Falcons, bring your friends and family. Don't miss out on having the opportunity to show your talents. Music, poetry, speech, make it as you will at Open Mic Day. This April 11 from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 1400 building lobby. Come show your support and get a free Scantron and be ready for midterm season. This is Nikki Requeijo with your Solano College Update.
Welcome back.
Up to bat.
As you see there, a shot of the stands
Number
here at
22.
Billy and Louise Yarborough.
Josh
Not quite a
Abraham.
sellout, but we're doing well for an overcast Thursday afternoon.
Abraham will go ahead and lead off the 5th. And foul that one off to start it off. 0 for 2. Fly out and reached on an error his last time up. The 0-1. Nice pitch from Yancey. 0-2.
Pitch had some great break on it there. Good movement away from the right-handed hitter.
0-2 count. What do you expect to see here from Yancey, Steven?
0-2 after that slider. I'm saying something off speed. Maybe in, since the slider was quick and away.
Denning sets up on the outside part of the plate. That one misses. 1-2. See if that sets up the slider once again. As he shakes off, finds the sign. Here's the 1-2. 2-2.
You know, so far in the game, we're here in the top of the 5th, 4-4 the score. I've been impressed with Yancey's stuff.
Yeah, he seemed to definitely find a groove here in the later couple innings.
Full count now. Abraham has now worked it in his favor, 3-2.
He has an interesting kind of setup of pitches there. Yeah. Almost looked like Yancey wanted to challenge being ahead in the count and now falling behind.
Yeah, got him 0-2 and then came back with 2 straight fastballs. And then that one just misses the lower part of the zone. So leadoff walk for Abraham. Now with Dynamite at the plate.
Next up to bat.
That was a good eye. I don't know
9.
how many hitters would have
Sam
taken that pitch,
Dynamite.
but it worked out in his
fastball,
favor. Yeah.
fastball at the knees. Let's see here.
Oh, that's not the last pitch, but
I would have been like, that's definitely a ball.
As Dynamite bunts that foul down the third baseline. See, they're just low.
I would have called that a strike if I were the umpire.
Yeah, it was definitely a ball though. That was a good call by the ump.
Oh, 1. Dotson in at third, playing for the bunt. As Dotterman just showed. Yancey sets. Just doesn't show bunt. There goes Abraham. Here's the throw from Denning. And hose down at second is Abraham. Nice job from Denning right there.
That was a great job from Denning, but even better, I feel like, from Roberto to chase the ball down and still make the tag on the runner on second. He did almost a little splits over there.
Abraham had an amazing jump, but the gun of Denning, and for Diaz to spin around and place the tag, that just kind of shows how far ahead the throw was ahead of the runner.
He beat him by a solid 5-6 steps. I mean.
Yeah, but then Denning with the gun, exactly.
There's the 1-2. Slider misses. 2-2.
So I definitely think that was probably a hit and run situation for the Storm there. However, just didn't get a pitch to hit. Kind of left Abraham out there.
That was a high and outside pitch as that one's popped up in the infield, but right to Diaz for the second out.
Of course, everything goes to the hottest guy in the field so far in the game.
Up to bat.
So 2 quick
Number
outs.
3.
That'll bring up Andrew Shaw. Shaw grounded out to Dotson his last time up and reached on an error in the first. 1-0.
Yeah, what looked like might have been a good inning for the Storm, off to a fast start. Now here they are, nobody on base and 2 outs.
Fastball fisted into left field, falling for a base hit. So nice piece of hitting right there from Andrew Shaw, able to push that out into left to extend the inning.
I like the way Shaw spells his first name,
Up to the
Andrew with
plate.
the U. It reminds me of Andrew Jones.
Number 1, Brooks Green.
Just a random fun fact.
Longtime Braves outfielder. Also played for the Yankees.
Of course he
Had
did.
to throw that in. Had to throw that in. I'm sorry.
Wasn't that after he was almost already done playing?
Yeah. Washed up.
The last
almost.
end of his career.
Sounds like about a lot of players that go to the Yankees.
Gold Glove center fielder Andrew Diaz. He was a really good piece of the Braves
When he-
there in the early 90s.
Yeah, the
They're making
90s
a run.
Braves.
Yeah.
Wow. Something else.
Being a Giants fan, I hated them.
Inside. Yeah, they had a documentary on MLB Network.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was about the 90s Braves. And just it was crazy to me that they had all that talent, all the pitching in the world, and they were just short every year except for the one they won it.
What was it, Maddox?
Maddox,
Hudson.
Smoltz, Leader. Or Leader. Glavin.
Yeah, there was like,
Leader. Why did I say Leader? Glavin.
I thought you were thinking Lighter for a second.
I don't know why I said Leader.
I don't either, but it's okay.
I knew the face. I didn't say the wrong name. The 2-0. Fouled back.
Yeah, those were some solid teams to only come away with 1 ring. I mean, it seemed like they were going deep into the postseason every year.
David Justice. I mean,
Chipper Jones.
When he was, Andrew Jones. I mean,
Andrew
they had
Jones.
all the pieces.
They did.
Here's the 2-1 from Yancey. That one once again. Foul back, same spot, 2-2. That one's grounded on over to Diaz. Nice play charging in to end the inning. So once again, nice inning of work from John Yancey as the Falcons 5, 6, 7 Krebs, Caparelli, Brown.
Hey fellas, this is Kyle Krebs, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
My name is Connor Caparelli. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
This is Justin Brown. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Kyle Krebs.
Kyle Krebs.
At the plate, getting ready.
So here in the bottom half of the fifth, not that the offenses have gone cold, but the runs have kind of seemed to be shut off. Sticking at a 4-4 since the second.
Yeah, both pitchers seem to be nice and settled in there on the mound.
Yeah, it's good to see Yancey and Gonzalez both get their confidence back in a sense and just show everyone their stuff after everything settled down.
Yeah, who would have thought? I mean, just based on those first 2 innings, we thought we were going to see a high-scoring game, and now it's almost turned into a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, it's like any little error now is going to be costly to the team.
Yeah, and the defenses on both sides have definitely picked up, you know, here as the innings have gone on.
That fastball's in there.
So the Falcons here, for instance, if anyone gets a walk or gets on via an error, they definitely have to capitalize on that. And it does look like we have some bullpen action for the Falcons.
Looks like can't quite.
Looks like
make
someone that's right-handed.
The number is camouflaged on the Falcons jerseys. Some activity going on in the Storm side as well.
That one slashed into right field for a base hit. So nice piece of hitting from Krebs. That would bloop that into right for a leadoff single with Caparelli now at the plate.
29, Connor Caparelli.
Caparelli had that nice RBI single in the first, struck out his last time up.
It's starting to sprinkle just a little bit, but nothing too drastic.
Shows bunt, butts it down the third baseline. Fielding it fair is Davis. A nice play on the run as he's able to throw out Caparelli for the first out.
Not only was that just a perfect bunt as it went down the line, maybe if it was just a little bit slower, he could have been safe, but it was just an amazing play by Trent Davis to just gather himself and scoop up the ball and throw to first and get Caparelli out.
Designated hitter.
See there on the replay,
Number
a drag
36.
bunt.
Yeah, you almost wonder if Davis lets it go. That's probably going foul. That's one of those in-between situations where you don't really want to take a chance and let everybody be safe. You want to try to get the out at first.
And he was already charging in, so so quickly, and he was already there at the spot. Might as well take advantage of it.
It's almost like he made his decision already. But thankfully for him, it worked out well.
That high fastball is hit onto the right side and foul. That gets away from Banks.
So now the Falcons have a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. See what Brown here can do.
Brown's looking for an outside pitch. Hopefully drive it to the right side.
Huge hole there, again, on the right side of the infield.
In the dirt. That's backhand from Abraham.
Looks like for the Storm over in the bullpen, right-handed reliever Alexander Horn. And I can't quite make out who the other arm is. Looks like a lefty.
Chopper right to Shaw. On over to Banks for the second out. So that'll move Krebs over to third. A productive out for Brown, to say the least. 2 down, and Dotson at the plate.
Third baseman, number 4, Nick Dotson.
Just love how cool, calm, and collected Shaw has been thus far in the game.
As you see there, Jordan Chana getting some warm-up tosses in the Falcon bullpen. Little chin music to start off Dotson.
You know, oftentimes when I'm watching games, I kind of think in my head what kind of strategy I'd have in different situations. I'd really like to see a slap button down the first baseline, squeeze that runner in. Nobody would be ready for it.
Especially because Banks is playing back.
And off the bag.
Yeah, and Dotson's hitting 234. I mean, he's not a huge hitting threat, but I bet he could get down that line pretty quick.
Has shown excellent speed here on the Solano College Sports Network. Takes a fastball at the knees for a strike.
But then again, maybe that's why I don't coach. It's my crazy ideas.
Yeah, most likely it's not going to happen. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 5th.
2 outs.
He got some speed there on third in Krebs, though. And he's taking a nice, healthy lead down the line.
Getting a nice secondary off of Gonzalez. And Abraham will go ahead and talk to him for a quick little chat. What do you think he's telling him up there on the mound?
Just pay attention to the runner. Don't worry about Krebs on third. Stay focused. It's 2 outs.
Yeah, I basically feel like that was just it. Just focus on Dotson at the plate. Because if you have Kyle Krebs in the back of your head, you're going to focus on him and then throw a wild pitch. He's going to score, you know what I mean? Just focus on Dotson as he fouls that off. But then if you're Kyle Krebs, he's doing a good job just running down the bases, because then you can see him in the corner. If you're Gonzalez on the mound, you can see him in the corner of your eye and kind of get distracted. So it's a good tacted. What am I trying to say?
Tactic?
Yeah. By Kyle Krebs.
3-2 count. Here it is. And once again, fouled. Nice job from Dotson, able to stay alive, trying to find his pitch.
Yeah, and Gonzalez is definitely making his in this inning.
That one's driven into center, but right there is Reardon to end the inning. So Falcons strand were 1 from the base hit on Kyle Krebs. After 5 full, we're tied 4-4, and we have a sideline report with Andy Chase.
Thanks, guys. On June 30th, Bay Area Combat North Bay Face Off 2. There is 3 big title fights. The main event is the State of California 205-pound title between Adam Wamsley, ranked number 1 in California, fighting Daniel Compton, ranked number 3. There's also a 155-pound belt with Anthony Beal versus David Scuba, and a 170-pound belt versus having Giovanni Rosales versus Camilo Mija, and that is going to be a must-see event. I want to see everybody out there. This is one of the biggest amateur fighting events in the state of California. It is something that you want to see. Thank you guys very much.
Top of the 6th. So we have Trent Davis take a first pitch fastball for a strike.
Yancey's still in for the Falcons. I like the idea, or the strategy of keeping him in here. He's been pitching really well the last couple innings.
Fastball is in there once again, 0-2. And yeah, Yancey really showing his endurance and stamina up there on the mound the past 4 starts. We talked about the past 4 games, 4-0 with a 3.95 ERA, but in those 4 starts as well, 6 innings, 7 1/3 innings, 7 innings, 7 innings. The guy can work a lot of innings and set up your bullpen at the later end of the game.
Yeah, and with it being tie here, you might as well let him go until he does find a little trouble and then get your bullpen into play.
The Falcons are doing the right thing with having bullpen action with Jordan Chana getting warmed up. So let Yancey have the long leash.
That one's popped up right side in the Bermuda Triangle, but there is Krebs coming in for the first out.
Out of nowhere, Kyle just came in and is like, I got it, guys. Yeah, with it being tied, you're not, can't quite tell at this point in the 6th inning if it's going to go into anything extra.
Whitehead.
So you want to kind of reserve your bullpen for when you absolutely need it.
You see here, Chana, like we talked about, warming up. And if the Falcons can get a run, hand it over to Chana, depending on when they score, next inning or even the 8th. And then Falcons always have that closer in Tyler Pearsall at the back end.
Yeah, and a good eye there by Tyler Whitehead at the dish, laying off that first pitch ball.
Here's the 1-0. Laced into left field, but there making a nice play is Caparelli. 2 down.
That was a laser. Good piece of hitting there by Tyler, but unfortunately, even better play by Caparelli.
Yeah, off the sound of the bat, it sounded like it was going to be at least a double, and then Caparelli was there to corral it.
Yeah, those long legs and left really covered some ground out there.
Reardon.
Paid off for the big man. So top of the order we go, as that'll bring up Reardon. Grounded out to second his last time up. Two and 0.
Yeah, quick 2 outs here for Yancey. It's a good sign for the Falcons. I wouldn't doubt he comes into the 7th.
Really working quick. Really has found his groove up there on the mound. A get me over fastball in there.
That was a great pitch, painting that outside corner.
You could tell he took a little something off just to get himself back in the count. See what he throws here on the 2-1. Another fastball out, 3-1. Dotson hugging the line over there at third. Here's a 3-1. Fastball misses, so a 2-out walk for Reardon. And that'll bring up Cassis.
Up to the plate.
Yeah, that pitch didn't miss by much. It was
Number 26,
just outside.
Joey Cassis.
We'll have a mound visit. maybe buy Chana some time out there in the pen.
Yeah, that's what I think the mound visit is right now, is just kind of calm down John Yancey and, like you said, buy time for Chana in the bullpen.
Probably just a quick little breather, too, for Yancey out there on the mound.
Yeah, he was working pretty quick this inning.
And it looked like
they took the ball from Yancey, Coach Robbie Rogers.
And indeed they do make a call to the pen. Did not expect that, as usually Rogers is out there just to talk to Yancey. So now that'll be it for John Yancey. 5 2/3 innings pitched, and the Falcons will go ahead and hand it over to the bullpen and Jordan Chana.
Just a great game for John Yancey. Not really how he wanted it when you look at the score, but the way that he just hustled and continued to hustle throughout the game and ended up going at least 6 innings.
Yeah, and 11 appearances for Chana. He has started 6 games, thrown 2 complete games, but he's got a 3-4 record, and as far as he's got 35 strikeouts and no saves. So let's see what he does here in relief for Yancey.
Yeah, Chana has made himself the number 3 starter usually for the Falcons, usually pitching on Saturdays. But in this situation, given that it's a conference game, high situation, high stakes, tie game, 4-4 here in the 6th, Falcons don't want to mess around and let this game get out of hand, especially with their 7th inning woes.
Yeah, and Chana does have some relief experience. So, you know, if you've got that arm in the pen, might as well lean on it in a game like this.
Exactly. Might as well utilize it to the best of your ability. And, you know, the Falcons' recipe of success from here on out is now Chana work the next 2 1/3 innings pitched and get the bullpen.
Yeah, and if you have a secret weapon, which kind of is what Chana is, why not use it and utilize it in this inning? Joey Cassis now going to step up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles.
Got some sprinkles coming down here at the yard.
Yeah, rain wasn't supposed to start. I think on the forecast it said
7.
Around 7.
Yeah. With 2 outs and 1 on, maybe Napa's trying to bring the storm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's a pun day.
That was punny.
That was a good one, Solano. I'll give you that. 1-1 to count. Reardon, Yancey over there at first. Throwing over from Chana, walking off, thought he had him.
What can I say, Chris? I'm just so odd.
We're turning off our producer out of our ear.
Everyone just wants to be a pun master like me, but I hold the title, and I need everyone to back off.
So I can respectfully say, no, you don't own the title.
Oh.
Brian does.
Brian is also known as a puntorious B.I.G.
Puns getting thrown everywhere here in the booth.
I can never have anything. Last season when we did the player comps, you tried to steal that from me. This year it's the puns. I'm sick of it.
Chopper, third base. Dotson comes in, charges, and throws on over and gets Cassis to end the inning. So nice job from Jordan Chana, able to get that one out the Falcons needed as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Hey ladies, I'm Isaiah Verrett. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Aaron Corral, thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, this is Roberto Diaz, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
fielder.
Isaiah
Number 3.
Verrett will lead off the bottom of the
Isaiah
6th for the Falcons.
Verrett.
Gonzalez is still out there on the mound. However, the Storm do have some arms up in the bullpen.
That was a great play by Nick Dotson at third for the Falcons to end the top half of the 6th inning.
First pitch to Verrett is in there.
Yeah, it's got to be a boost of confidence for Dotson to make a great play like that to end an inning. Kind of having a rough day out there today.
That one's fisted, popped up, and making the basket catch is Abraham for the first out.
I've just been impressed with Abraham all game, whether it's the balls that are blocked or right now with that pop-up right there, just throwing his helmet on the side and just hustling down and making the catch.
Number 10.
Some great throws down to second as well.
Corral.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you.
Some great throws down to second as well.
He's only right next to you, saw it.
Well, Dylan is in my ear. He's so loud when he announces the guys.
I'm literally talking into your ear.
Literally.
Okay. Aaron Corral now stepping onto the plate.
Here's the 0-1. Inside. 1-1.
The wind and rain starting to pick up here a little bit.
Two and one. Yeah, wind and rain. Not a good combo. Don't know how you guys feel about either, but I know I don't like it.
I love this weather when it's November, December, but right now I kind of want it to be sunny. It's baseball season, so you want the sun to be out. You want to have baseball conditions. And especially because you're a pitcher, you said you hate playing in the cold, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, throwing the ball. Who wants to throw the ball cold?
Yeah. Nobody wants to hit when it's cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Roberto's been doing it all day with no gloves, too.
That one's inside. So another walk drawn by Corral, his second of the evening.
Yeah, I got to say, even though Gonzalez gives up a walk here, I wouldn't be too unhappy because his pitches are looking a lot better than they did in the beginning of this game. So, you kind of shake this one off just because your pitches missed, but they didn't miss by much, not like earlier.
So the man himself, Roberto Diaz, 2 for 3 on the day with those 2 shots. Check on over to Corral.
Yeah, with one out here and the rain starting to come down a little bit, you know, Diaz wouldn't mind getting another RBI.
Another home run. Exactly.
So, breaking ball fouled.
I feel like that's on the back of everyone's head right now. Everyone knows that he has 2 home runs so far in the game. Why not make it 3?
Yeah, I expect a lot of junk here to Diaz. That breaking ball doesn't quite make its way back in the zone. 1-1. Corral, haven't seen much of him as far as on the bases this year. Corral, 4 stolen bags, gets back safely.
Yeah, his lead's pretty conservative over there.
Would you expect a hit and run at all in this at-bat with Diaz up there at the plate especially?
Yeah, actually, I think that would be a good call here by Coach Salampa to put a hit and run on. But Diaz has to make contact. You don't want a strikeout, throw-out situation.
And now down 1-2. I think that possibility is now out of the picture.
But But Salampa's the kind of guy that's he likes the element of surprise. So even if there's 2 strikes, don't necessarily count that out.
There goes Corral. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And Corral is out. Wow.
It looked like he was safe by a mile.
That tag from Dynaman looked effortless. Silky smooth as a strike him out, throw him out, ends the inning. So after 6 full, 4-4 game still as we head to the top of the 7th.
This is Ashley Ching, Miss Fairfield with Solano College Sports Network. Women and girls ages 12 to married are invited to a free pageant orientation. Training will be at 1 p.m. on Sunday, April 15 at 1125 Missouri Street. Solano County Pageants is a development program improving skills in public speech, community service, and presentation. Competition weekend will take place May 18th through the 20th. Be the best version of you. Check out Solano County Pageants. This is Ashley Ching, Miss Fairfield, with Solano College Sports Network.
Justin Banks will go ahead and lead off the top of the 7th. Jordan Chana out there on the mound. That first pitch to him in there for a strike.
Yeah, it was a great pitch by Chana there. Movement going away from the left-handed Banks.
Kind of fell right off the table. Don't know if that was a changeup. Might have been a sinker type pitch. Hit up the middle for a base hit.
That's a great piece of hitting there by Banks. Just taking what Chana gave him and going right back up the middle with it.
That's what he usually does. Sees his pitches and just hits it. It's like that Yoenis Cespedes commercial a few years ago where they did the press conference and they asked him like this lengthy question of how he hits and his method. He's just like, I see ball, I hit ball, and that's basically Justin Banks.
Showing bunt is Abraham, but that fastball is for a strike. Showing bunt is Abraham. Pitch from Chana that's bunted but foul.
Yeah, the rain continuing to fall here seems to be getting a little colder. And I'm sure the Storm wouldn't mind putting another run across and if this game gets called.
And that would put them, obviously, after, I don't know what it is in college, but after 7, it should be, it is technically a final game.
Yeah, I believe the rules are still the same in college. After 7, they can call it due to weather. With no out and 1 on, Abraham, I'm sure wouldn't mind getting things going for the Storm here.
Yeah, that 1-2 pitch is fouled back. Nice job in staying alive from Abraham.
Have you ever pitched during the rain?
I have.
Did you hate it?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has their preferences. That slider is hit right up the middle, right out of the reach of the diving second baseman in Diaz. So 2 straight hits for the Storm.
Next up to the plate.
Puts runners on at first
9,
and second now
Sam
with Dinerman.
Yeah, and 2 shots right back up the middle by Banks and am. I'm sorry. got stuck there for a second.
Happens to the best of us.
Thanks for picking me up, Solad.
That's what I'm here for.
Would not be surprised. And yes, a bunt is shown from Dinerman and a check from Chana on Banks. Falcons might want to think of a wheel play right here. Maybe cut down that lead runner. Banks doesn't have the flashiest of speeds. Here's a pitch in there. 0-1.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to give in to that. Watching Corral go over and cover second instead of third, I don't think they're going to be putting that wheel play on, but it would be a good idea in this situation.
Yeah, well, Banks has 2 stolen bases in the season on the season so far, so it's good for them to check on him because he, like I've been saying all game, he's not really the fastest person on Napa. So if you catch him slipping, it might be a good thing.
Here's an unusual powwow by the runners and the skipper of the Storm.
Looks like Dan Parker is having a meeting for himself. Excludes the other coaches.
It sounds like, or looks like, if I had to guess, maybe they weren't picking up the signs coming in from the dugout, and they wanted everybody to be on the same page.
If that happened in the big leagues, would that count as a mound visit?
That wouldn't happen in the big leagues. I don't think you can call time to talk to your runners.
And then
I don't think I've ever seen a third base coach or first base coach call over for that excessive amount of time, I should say.
No, when they're when they're on their own bag, you know, first or third, absolutely, they're always talking to them. But I've never seen a skipper come out of the dugout and call the runners over
to him.
Yeah, unusual, right there. So 0-2 the count now. The Dinerman bunt could still be on after that meetup. We'll see here. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss from Dinerman. 1 down.
Has a great strikeout situation there for Chana. Get that first out.
Nice pitch right there from Chana, too. Really dove down at the last second and out of the reach of Dinerman's bat.
Yeah, great movement.
So it'll bring up Shaw, who singled his last time up. Chana checks and delivers. Ground ball past Corral into left field. Getting the stop sign is Banks. Nice cutoff right there from Dotson and throw from Caparelli. Bases are now loaded for Brooks Green.
Yeah, that was a great charge in by Caparelli to keep that run from coming in because at first look, I was for sure Banks was going to come around and try to score.
Number 1. Brooks
yeah, and it was good heads up by Caparelli to kind of pause for a second and see where Banks was and know the situation so he wouldn't overthrow it, and he hit Dotson in the chest, which is what you're taught to do.
Chana sets, going out of the stretch with the bases loaded. That one drops in for a strike. Not quite sure what that pitch is. It almost looks like a...
It's like a cut sink kind of.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a splitter.
Yeah.
A hard two-seam, a little bit of bite to it.
But definitely a lot of movement on that pitch.
Last second, too, really deceives the hitter of it being a straight four-seam fastball.
Yeah, it snaps right out of the way of the bat. It's a good pitch.
So quick 0-2 now for Green. He's got to protect here. Chana has a plethora of pitches to play with here.
Yeah, if he could get back-to-back strikeouts, or excuse me, 2 strikeouts in this inning, I think that would be really great for Chana.
Here's a 0-2 outside.
And bases loaded, 1 out. It's not a situation that, you know, the Falcons, Chana included, wants to be necessarily, but he's more than capable of getting out of it.
See if Chana can get a double play ball. That one's in the dirt. Nice block from Denning. Able to save a run, potentially. 2-2.
Yeah, and right now, Denning more than ever needs to be that wall that we talked about the entire season. He just needs to be back there and block everything that's going past him and know where the ball is if it does get past him. So Banks from third doesn't score.
Chana sets, kicks, and delivers. That slider is up. So full count now. Big pitch right here for Chana and the Falcons. Do not want to walk in a run, especially in this circumstance. Here's the 3-2. Fisted, just gets a piece of it. Is Green.
We're going to do it again. A lot of noise coming over from the Storm dugout. I think they feel the need to try to, get something going here and get some of those runners in across the plate.
Yeah, corners are in for the Falcons. Middle of the infield playing double play depth. Here it is again. Fastball blooped into shallow left. Back goes Corral making the catch, calling infield fly. 2 down.
Next
That was a great catch by Corral there to backpedal and make the play.
Davis.
So that'll bring up Davis with 2 down, bases loaded. 7th inning, 4-4 ball game. That fastball right down the heart of the plate. It's a big pitch right here for Chana. Here's the 0-1. Grounded, took her out charging in. Off balance throw, makes the play to Gutierrez to end the inning. So the Storm unable to capitalize on the bases loaded and 1 out as Chana, nice job in getting out of trouble as we head to the bottom of the second.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gutierrez. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
My name is Jared Denning. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hey fellas, this is Kyle Krebs, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
11.
Nate Gutierrez.
Gutierrez.
Leading it off in the bottom of the second. Denning on deck and Krebs in the hole. So prime time opportunity for the Falcons, looking to get ahead in this one, take the lead in this 4-4 tie.
Yeah, with the rain still coming down, you kind of wonder if maybe it would be called if the Falcons were able to take a lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
Here's the 1-0. That fastball hits Gutierrez again.
That's the free.
Does not like that.
That's just free passes that the Falcons need right now, especially
Next
like
up to
Steven
bat.
said with the rain coming down. You'll take anything that's
Catcher,
given to you.
Number 21.
And he didn't like that.
Yeah, Gutierrez not
Jared
appreciate that one, especially in the
Denning.
cold and in the rain. But I don't. In this situation, Gonzalez didn't mean to do that whatsoever.
Oh no, not at all.
Absolutely not. And you wonder if maybe the ball might have been a little wet or the pitch just got away from him. You could see the frustration on Gonzalez's face after he made that pitch.
And it always seems to be to the guy that you previously hit in the game.
But you can see by the body language of Gonzalez, he didn't mean to do that.
Another first pitch breaking ball in the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, not only do you never really, intend to hit a guy, but you also don't want to put a runner on with no out in a situation in a tied-up game like this.
This late. Gonzalez sets and delivers another breaking ball. That one finds the zone 1-1.
Yeah, I can see from some of these pitches from Gonzalez, I can tell that when he's in a groove, he's grooving, and he's been able to find it at points here in this game.
Yeah, Starton has really found it since the second inning. Has yet to give up a run, just like Yancey did before he got pulled.
Yeah, and able to pitch out of some pretty tough situations.
Sets. That fastball's just missed from Denning. Fouled back, 1-2. And now with that high fastball, you could see Gonzalez go back to that breaking ball low in the zone.
Absolutely. A good setup pitch.
Let's see what Gonzalez throws here. The pitch. Low, but straight and easy to take for Denning. 2-2.
Yeah, and if I'm Abraham right here behind the dish, I don't mind him missing low, especially in this situation like this to Jared Denning.
Denning calls for time. Looks like we have a pinch hitter in the hole for Caparelli and Pribolinski. Nice block from Abraham. 3-2.
Yeah, good job for Denning to just lay off the pitches and wait until he gets the one that he wants.
Great hitter, great spot. Let's go.
Pitch is driven out into right field. Slicing foul out of play as Green was right there at the wall, but just out of the reach of him.
It was nice to watch that, though, go foul. It was a moonshot foul ball.
Yeah, it looked like Denning just out ahead of that one a little bit. I'm sure he wouldn't mind seeing that pitch again.
Looking to straighten it out. Gutierrez gets back after a quick pick from Gonzalez. We'll do the 3-2 again. Here it is. Fastball again, fouled right side out of play. That one was high and tight. Denning really cheating on that fastball up and in.
He was, and he did good just to foul it off. Looked like he was looking for something fast and inside to turn on.
Wouldn't be surprised if Gonzalez threw an off-speed pitch here, maybe catch Denning out on his front foot. Doesn't, and goes to the fastball. And Denning draws a walk.
Yeah, hit by pitch and a walk to start off the bottom half of the seventh here. I'm sure not quite what Gonzalez is looking for.
Number 20.
And to be honest with you, I'm surprised
Kyle
Gonzalez
Perez
hasn't gotten the leash yet after giving up those 2 free passes. And now Krebs, first and second, no down. 7th inning tie ball game. You potentially could see the bunt in action here.
I thought he was going to get taken out the game after the hit by pitch by Gutierrez, to be honest. It is the bottom of the 7th inning. It's tied 4-4, so you have to do anything and everything you can to preserve the score, which is basically 0-0.
Krebs showing bunt. Pulls back off the glove of Abraham. And Gutierrez takes a big turn coming and getting the ball is Banks. As the umpires will discuss whether or not it was off the bat of Krebs.
It definitely hit Abraham's helmet, though.
Yeah, that was kind of a strange play.
Let's see here if we can go ahead and get a replay in just a second.
Ooh.
That looked.
I'm not sure that wasn't a foul ball.
I'm going to say the
quite
Falcons
tell.
definitely got a break on
Let's
that.
see if we can slow it down. No, that was right off the glove.
Yeah.
Abraham.
Hit the glove and then the barrel of the bat, so I could see why Abraham thought it was a foul, but it hit glove first. So good call by the umpire.
Disregard everything I just said.
But in a situation like that, not having the rule book memorized, after it hits the glove and hits something else, would it be a dead ball? Because if it would, the runners would have to go back.
A glove, though.
Yeah,
a
so
dead ball?
a glove, and then hit off the bat, because it did hit the bat there.
No, I don't think that would be a dead ball.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact ruling on that. And I honestly didn't even see it hit the bat.
Because it looked like it went glove, bat, helmet.
Glove, bat, helmet.
I mean, that's what it looked like
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
See here. Let's see if we can get a slower shot.
Wrong
The outfield
replay.
See here. Krebs pulls back. No, that hit
Oh,
glove and then umpire.
Okay. But I can see where you're coming from,
Yeah.
where you would think it'd be a dead ball.
Yeah, if it would have hit the bat
yeah.
of Krebs, then that would have been probably a different story.
Yeah.
Probably would have had a discussion of a little bit longer between the umpires. But that'll be it for Gonzalez on the day. 6+ innings of work is responsible for the runners on base right now.
We've got number 14, Alex Horn, coming in. He's got a 9.58 ERA in 10 appearances, an 0-1 record. But he does have a save.
You know, just to go back on that play that we were just talking about that happened with Abraham, in that situation, knowing the situation where there's no outs, bottom seventh, 2 runners on, even if you think it was foul, you still have to pretend and assume that it's fair ball and just hustle and try to know where the ball is. Thankfully, Banks was there to back him up and hustle the ball in, and no one could score on that against the Napa Valley Storm. But in that situation, you just kind of have to play it like it was fair, in a sense. Because he was in the middle of everything happening, he was kind of like arguing with the umpires, saying like, no, foul. But the play was already going on. It was already progressing. So that was a mistake for Abraham.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have had a shot at Gutierrez at third, but I can see what you're saying, though, to keep Gutierrez from coming home, wanting to at least control the ball, have the ball in hand.
Yeah, because had Banks not come in, Gutierrez would have scored.
Absolutely. Now, one of those, you can argue the case after you collect the ball and call timeout and then argue.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than argue in the middle of a live ball play.
And you've seen that, too, in some MLB circumstances. Some guys, middle of the play, decide to discuss with the umpire.
It's where you start to see what happens in professional soccer, especially overseas, where guys argue and always try to play to the ref. That came over into basketball. Please don't come into baseball. As Horn here gets set.
1-0 count to Krebs. Infield is in for the Storm. So that fastball is in there for a strike. Nice pitch from Horn to start him off. Krebs looking for something up in the zone. Drive into the outfield, maybe get a sac fly. But swings at a pitch in the dirt. Puts him behind 1-2.
Gosh, even a seeing eye single here out into the outfield, even if it's just into the grass a little bit, would do well for the Falcons here.
Even a sac fly, yeah. Just put your bat on the ball.
Yeah, base hit through the infield. Could potentially score Denning, too. He's got a nice lead over there, second, halfway.
And that's not even a secondary lead. That's a... He's just hanging out behind the shortstop.
I mean, there's no one next to him, no one even near him to do a fake out or anything, so might as well.
You got to watch. Andrew Shaw just took 2 steps over towards the bag.
Oh, he definitely picked up on that, exactly.
You might want to watch out if you're Denning.
Sneaky fast still won't get you back to second in time in this situation.
Here's a 1-2 again. Ground ball gets through for a base hit. Gutierrez will score. Getting the wave is Denning. Here is the throw. He is safe at the plate. Abraham unable to get that one as an two RBI single from Kyle Krebs give the Falcons the lead 6-4.
A great piece of hitting of Krebs there, just taking what he was given and finding the gap between Davis and Dynaman out there on the left side of the field.
Number 29, Connor
See here on the replay.
Caparelli.
Nice job. And Denning with that nice lead that he had. Nice throw from Joey Cassis out there and left, but Abraham unfortunately unable to corral that one and put a tag cleanly on Jared Denning. So 2 runs will score. Give the Falcons a 6-4 lead now here in the bottom of the second. Still no outs with Caparelli now at the plate.
Yeah, had Abraham made glove on that, I feel like Denning would have been out.
Yeah, a fantastic throw in by Cassis out there and left.
Caparelli thought about it, but nice job of holding up on that one.
Yeah, it was great resistance by Caparelli. Like I said, my coach always used to tell me, yes, 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 and then no. You never go no, no, and then yes.
No, 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 yes. We'll get you knee buckles and half swings.
Oh, yeah, that's awkward.
And no back foot pivot.
Lots of Ks.
Lots of Ks.
Here's the 1-1. A swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Horn. 1-2. The 1-2 to Caparelli. Breaking ball. Misses low.
It's a good pitch there by Horn, though.
Yeah, nice job from Caparelli, able to lay off of that one. That was diving down at the shins of him.
Thighs of most people.
Here's the 2-2. In the dirt again. Nice block from Abraham. Able to keep that in front.
Another inch up on the trousers there, and he'd be a little Hunter Pence-ish.
Oh, that's a really good comp.
Pence goes like above the knees,
Way
right?
above the knee.
And that he didn't start off that way, but he noticed he started getting better treatment on the low pitches because the umpire sees just sock. He doesn't realize it's up his thigh.
Wow.
You got to do what you got to do.
And Pence is tall and he's lean, so it's a little deceptive. But if you look, his trousers are actually above his knee.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
They looked just a little bit too high compared to other players that wear their
like high socks, yeah.
3-2 the count. Krebs doesn't go. Pitches popped up. Back goes Banks. And making the play. Nice job right there. Going back across his body for the first out.
Yeah, it looks like Caparelli, it was a breaking pitch there. And I mean, I think he did good just to get contact. And a good play by Banks at first.
So we have a pinch hitter now for Justin Brown and Bryce Pribolinski making his first appearance on the evening.
Pribolinski showing some power as of late.
Up to the plate.
Let's see if he's able to do something here for the Falcons.
Bryce Pribolinski.
Bryce hit his first home run last week, a 2-run shot deep over the scoreboard here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
Pitch in the dirt.
I believe if the Falcons, when they get out of this inning, that because they're leading, the game might get canceled because the rain is still consistent. Or not canceled, excuse me, called.
Curveball misses. 2-0. And as you see, the infield starting to get a little bit darker out there.
Yeah, it's been coming down steady here for a half inning plus.
Fastball at the letters, 3-0. Now Pribolinski can sit in the driver's seat and wait for his pitch as Horton's falling behind. Here's the 3-0. That one finally finds the zone, 3-1.
Yeah, just painted that inside corner.
Shaw hugging the second base bag. And Dyerman playing more straight up at short. Here's the 3-1, driven out into right center. Back goes Green, making the play for the second out.
Up to the plate.
Good play there by Brooks
Third
Green and Wright
baseman,
covering ground, making his way into the gap, and able to get underneath that ball in time.
And not letting the rain affect him or where he sees the ball. Nick Dodson now is going to step up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, looking to get on again and just keep the lineup moving.
Yeah, with these light gray guys, it's easy to lose the ball when it gets up there.
Especially when this rain is falling on your face, too. Just get distracted.
There goes Krebs. As he has a stolen base right there. That pitch was in the dirt.
And half his leg.
Caught everyone by surprise.
And half his pant leg is just dirt. It's not even like the dust, but it's just mud.
Was looking a little too clean out there. Had to get the jersey, the uniform dirty.
It's a good steal there by Krebs, though, because it takes away the forced play here with 2 out.
And it might put a little bit of pressure on Horn now that a runner's in scoring position.
And like you said, it did catch everyone by surprise. So just a good heads-up play to just take his base.
It's a 2-0 to Dotson in the dirt once again. And don't know if Horn may be slipping up there on the mound or if he's just looking at his feet, making it seem like he's slipping up there on the mound.
You know, I forgot about that part. I always think just about the physical aspect of the rain hitting you and then the ball slippery, but I always forget the mound does get wet and you do slip off it.
That 3-0 misses. So Dotson works his second walk on the day. First and second now. 2 down with Isaiah Verrett.
That keeps the line moving for the Falcons.
Number 3, Isaiah Verrett.
Little mound visit from Abraham. Talking to Horn, maybe telling him to calm it down. Get back in the zone.
Yeah, I think it's just exactly what you said, just to calm him down and just tell him there's 2 outs. Don't do anything fancy. Don't overthink anything.
Don't think he wants to hand it over the top of the lineup for the Falcons. It's where most of the damage has been done. Verrett shows bunt, pulls back, but that pitch is in there for a strike.
Chris, maybe you could answer this for me. I have not seen a home plate umpire once wipe the plate in any game here. I see it when they first come into the game and to start the game, but I have never seen anyone dust the plate off.
I've seen it a few times.
That just may be.
It's something I look for because it's something I notice because whenever there's a dirty plate, I'm always like, dust it off.
Yeah, I mean, when I umpire, I always make sure my home plate's clean. That way I have a clear play. That way, no one in the stands could yell and chirp at me for saying I can't see. So I can't answer that one for you, but definitely, now that you point that out, is definitely an interesting thing. Wow. I was driven into center field, but right to Reardon to end the inning. So the Falcons take the lead here in the bottom of the 7th on a 2 RBI base hit from Kyle Krebs as we head to the top of the 8th.
Hi, I'm Jordan Chana, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
24.
Top of the
Tyler
8th, Falcons
Whitehead.
with a 6-4 lead over the Napa Valley Storm. 9-1-2 for Napa, as Whitehead will lead this one off. Chana still up there on the mound. First pitch from him. Fastball popped up towards the fence and out of play.
Looked like Gutierrez might have been able to make a play on that. A nice charge over towards the fence, but just out of play.
It was just funny hearing everyone say you got room when he goes over to the fence.
Here's the 0-1 from Chana. Breaking pitch misses. That one's fouled off. 1-2, nice play.
He said it so casual. That's when I was being on the dirt, covered.
Here's the 1-2. Nice slider. Just gets a piece of it as Whitehead. I'd like to see that sinker type pitch from Chana right here, maybe at the back foot of Whitehead.
Yeah, that would be a good call.
2-2.
Even here is a put out pitch.
Yeah, Chana looking for the strikeout. No one on, no one out. Play with a couple of pitches. Let's see if he goes after him here. Does, and that slider just misses off the outside part of the plate. Nice pitch. Full count now. Here's the 3-2. Gets away from Chana, and that'll be a leadoff walk for Whitehead and bring it to the top of the order in Reardon.
Whitehead looking into the Storm dugout, trying to get everybody pumped. Start a little late 8-inning rally here for Napa.
12.
Well, that's what you have to do. Like you said, it's in the 8th inning. You want your team to be still in it. They're down by 2. You got to do anything you can to get them pumped.
And after seeing the first and second inning of this game, 2 runs is not a lot.
Check on Whitehead at first.
I think that was just a, hey, I know you're over there, because that was a nice soft toss. Not really trying to get the out, but hey, I see you.
And Whitehead with not much of a lead at first. Really keeping it conservative over there.
Yeah, but if you're Chana, you still have to be careful because no out, runner on first, Reardon, Cassis, and then Banks. Shall everyone get on? So you just always have to be careful.
This is a big inning here for Chana. Top of the order. Has really got to zone in and pitch the way he usually does. His past 2 starts, he's got complete games for the Falcons. So another workhorse in this starting pitching staff. That one hits the outside part.
Yeah, great pitch there by Chana. Working that outside corner.
High and away. Reardon didn't agree with that one. But puts Chana in a primetime opportunity for a strikeout pitch. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back. Staying alive. It's Reardon. Check on over to Whitehead.
Yeah, watching him take his leads over there, he takes a deep stance. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, I would have trouble trying to get back anywhere. Squatted that low.
A swing and a miss from Reardon for the first out. Nice pitch from Jordan Chana.
Yeah, something off speed there with a little movement on it and down low in the zone.
Up to bat.
It's a great put away pitch.
Number
Yeah, right
26,
on the
Joey
corner,
Cassis.
lower outside part of the plate. That'll bring up Joey Cassis. He grounded out to Dotson his last time up.
Yeah, he's 2 for 4 on the day.
Dotson even with the bag and hugging the bag at third. And Whitehead he almost looks like a crab out there with the feet shuffling. That one sliced. Foul into the Napa bullpen.
I like that, a crab.
I mean, you see his feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's number 2, Nick Adair, out there getting warm in the Napa bullpen.
The 1-1 to Cassis. Slider almost hits him.
Yeah, it looks like that pitch just got away from Chana there, slip out of the hand. That was in tight. Cassis did good not to really move there. That
one misses. A little bit closer this time, but not quite in the zone. 3-1. Cassis looking for his pitch to drive. I see some good swings from him today. The 3-1. For a strike. Cassis was on his way to first.
Yeah, Cassis is hitting 271 on this season, so he can definitely put the ball into play. The bat's not taken out of his hands.
3-2 count. Do you expect Whitehead to maybe get out of the double play?
I think he's going to go. He's been playing like he was.
We'll see here. The 3-2. Whitehead doesn't go. And it's fisted, blooped right in front of Diaz. And safe is Whitehead with the head first slide into second, just beating that one according to the field umpire.
Next up,
yeah, Tyron Salampa now heading out to talk to the second base
30,
umpire. And I just want to say
Justin Banks.
that he told home plate umpire, I'm just going to go out there real quick, just really calm and polite in a situation where everyone's tense and on the edge of their seats almost, because anything that can go wrong. But Salampa talking to the second base umpire.
See here on the replay. Slampa's still out there with the field umpire trying to get an explanation, as maybe we can see here.
Oh, he beat it. It was there was a little bit. Diaz was in the base path and might have caused a little bit of a hesitation there and didn't quite flip the ball over in time.
And that was the only play for Diaz, with Cassis' blazing speed going to first.
Yeah, the ball just wasn't hit hard enough to Diaz at second. And the speed of Whitehead plus a good secondary lead allowed him to get it in there in time.
Yeah, and it was a great heads up for him to slide head first instead of feet first. I think that definitely gave him the advantage. Justin Banks now stepping up to the plate. He's 2 for 4 with a single and a double with 2 ribeyes.
Misses low and away. 2-0. Chana doesn't want to fall behind to Banks. Banks leading this team in batting average.
But if you do fall behind and walk him, that won't be the end of the world, because like you said, he's leading the team with batting average and RBIs. So don't let him beat you.
Yeah, the Storm definitely looking to get something going here. Down by 2 with only 1 out and 2 runners on in the top of the 8th.
Looks like we have some action in the Falcon bullpen. Looks like Tyler Pearsall getting ready out there. The 2-0 from Chana. 3-0.
Yeah, and I doubt Banks is going to swing on anything that's not his pitch and not in his zone.
The 3-0 is a ball, so a 4-pitch walk for Justin Banks loads the bases for Abraham here with one out.
That walk to Banks isn't the end of the world. Like I said, you rather give him the free base and with a walk instead of letting him do the damage with his bat. Now there's going to be a meeting on the mound with Coach Robbie Rogers.
Yeah, Abraham's coming up, and Abraham is second only to Banks in RBIs for the Storm. So a good situation if you're Napa.
You got
Yeah, they definitely have a good
speed on the base paths too.
Yeah.
Whitehead at third and Cassis at second. So anything hit into the outfield is going to be a green light for Cassis, I would assume.
Yeah, it's definitely going to put pressure on Caparelli, Verrett, and Krebs out there for the Falcons to get the ball in quickly. Otherwise, risk getting the game tied up.
And it feels like and sounds like the rain has definitely picked up since the last inning. So Chana here looking just to get out and preserve the lead.
Big spot right here for Jordan Chana as that one misses.
It's 5 straight balls for Chana.
What did you?
Swing and a miss from Abraham, and a little surprising to say the least that he swung at that one.
Yeah, but good news if you're Chana. Gets that first strike. Might be just what he needs.
Here's the 1-1. That slider hooks back in for a strike. Abraham not liking that call. As he smirks and nudges at that one. 1-2. So 1-2 from Chana. That slider rings up Abraham.
That was a fantastic piece of pitching there by Chana to get that strikeout.
2 outs now.
Up to the plate, number 9.
That definitely gave the confidence back to Chana.
Dinerman.
Not that he lost his confidence with the walk, but that definitely adds to it, though. That caught looking.
And now puts pressure on the Storm and Dinerman as that first pitch is in there for a strike. So Chana seems to have found his groove again here in the past few pitches. Looking to keep it going, get it out of the inning unscathed. That one misses low, 1-1. Cassis antsy out there at second. Anything hit, like I said, as that one hits Dinerman, and that'll bring in a run, make it a 6-5 ball game.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate there.
Up to the plate.
If you're Chana.
Number 3, Andrew Shaw.
Yeah, like you guys said, they were down by 2, now by 1, so at least it's not a tie game. So Chana still has time to get out of it.
In there for a strike.
Yeah, it's starting to really come down now. Falcons really want to hold on to this lead.
Andrew Shaw's 2 for 4 with 2 singles, looking to add at least another single to his line.
Yeah, going back to what you said, Steven, Falcons looking to keep it where it's at now with the lead. That one gets away from Chana, might have slipped on him there. 2-1.
Yeah, he pointed to himself and said, "My bad" to Denning. I think he just slipped, like you said.
That pitch didn't miss by much there.
3-1, and now pressure is on Jordan Chana on the mound.
I would say Chana and Shaw here in this situation.
Chana,
Yeah,
Shaw.
3-1 count. Do you expect Shaw to swing at all?
I think if it's anything close, I think he's taking a hack.
I say the opposite.
Takes And it's a forced strike, 3-2 count, and this is a big pitch right here. 3-2, 2 out, 6-5 ball game here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, I think with 1 strike to play with, I think being a little bit aggressive right there, you don't want to get caught watching a strike go over the plate.
So here's a big pitch, 3-2. Ground ball fouled. And unable to field it cleanly is the third base coach.
It's a little wet. Okay, he didn't have his glove.
A little
The
slick.
conditions aren't his his way.
He was in between seeds.
So we'll do the 3-2 again. Here it is. Up the middle. Nice stop from Diaz. Throw on over to Gutierrez. And able to stay on the back to end the inning. How about that play from Roberto Diaz and Nate Gutierrez?
It's Roberto Diaz's day, honestly. That's what it feels like. He's just been amazing on the field defensively or with the bat. He's just been phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. And a great stretch out, rollover, toe tap of the bag from Gutierrez to complete that play and make the final out of the top half of the 8th inning.
So top of the 9th, they will go. We actually, in the broadcast, will go ahead and wrap this one up due to weather inclinations. So Chris Savaglia, along with Soa Balazzi and Stephen Babb on the Solano College Sports Network. We'll see you guys next time.